our cover teams are going to have to really be outstanding, and they got to handle Taco Dollar. That guy can return kicks. He is tremendous. Their kicker is really good. You and I were watching him here. Craig and I was too, from 50 yards. And now we've got a good young kicker that Constantinos has come on from 40 yards as accurate as anybody can be. I think that's a good matchup. And it's just going to be two good punters, both good averages. It's going to be who's going to win that war may end up winning this game. All right, then lastly, you got a team concept. All right, you got to keep the not done yet attitude that Tommy Rittenhouse has put into this team. And they have to finish in the fourth quarter. And, we've kind of let up a little bit in the fourth quarter at times, but usually it's when you have a lead. But you don't want to do that. And I'll guarantee you what happened last week, it's going to be they're going to come out. When they see the nickel package, they're going to run it down and out the field and try to get a big play on us. And that's why I get upset sometimes when they let that happen. You don't want to let anything happen. You play the game till the whistle blows. They need to keep that attitude. We're not done yet, and this is the last one.
Montana State is like North Dakota State in the fact that they like to kind of wear you out and take over that fourth quarter because you're bruised, you're battered, and you're beaten after 45 minutes of play, and your defense is just a little bit knocked down, and that's when this running game for Montana State takes over. This game that's going to be won or lost in the trenches, you would say.
I think so, and Illinois State's played a half a dozen, maybe 7 teams like this in our league all year. We played North Dakota State twice, and all the Dakotas, and Youngstown and Southern. It's not unusual for Illinois State to play a physical game for 4 quarters, and I think they're ready for it tonight.
Those are your keys to the game. They're presented by the Bloomington Normal Auto Mall, where they're tackling prices. Stop by today, 1434 Jesse Road, and ask about VIP pricing for all Illinois State University staff, students, teachers, alumni, and parents. The Bloomington Normal Auto Mall, a proud partner of Redbird Athletics. Pre-game show tonight presented by State Farm. Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm because when something happens and it's all on the line, you need someone you can rely on, not someone who drops the ball. So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm. Get the protection of the home team. Call your local agent today and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. It's Illinois State and Montana State for the FCS National Championship. Stay with us. Our opening kickoff is coming up. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Redbird postseason football presented by Toyota on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Looking for a perfect place to stay in Bloomington? Stay where the athletes stay. DoubleTree by Hilton Bloomington. With comfortable rooms, top-notch amenities, and a warm DoubleTree cookie at check-in, it's no wonder visiting teams and fans choose DoubleTree by Hilton. Just minutes from the action, it's the ideal home base for game day. Book your stay today at DoubleTree by Hilton Bloomington, proud partner of Redbird Athletics.
Planning a meeting, milestone, or magical I-do? At Eastland Suites Hotel and Conference Center, a trademark collection by Wyndham in Bloomington, we bring your vision to life effortlessly. With flexible event spaces, expert planning, and full-service catering, we're ready for business meetings, unforgettable weddings, and everything in between. From boardrooms to ballrooms, this is where moments happen. Eastland Suites Hotel and Conference Center, a trademark collection by Wyndham. Meetings, events, memories made.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a best man speech, but getting one from some random +1.
I am honored to be standing here today, also confused and a little hungry. Does anyone want to switch entrees? Pretty sure I checked beef.
You wouldn't settle for just any speech, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tim Gould Farms in Henry County. He trusts Illinois Farm Bureau to have his back, and so can you.
Farm Bureau has a very large impact on local communities and on the state level. There's different avenues of communications, such as Farm Week, Ag Safety, Ag in the Classroom, scholarship programs. Between off the farm job, the farm, and family, my life without Farm Bureau would feel as though I'm on my own.
The Illinois Farm Bureau Advantage. Impactful advocacy, trusted information, and meaningful development.
Back here in Nashville, the Birds and Montana State getting set to tangle for the FCS National Championship. Montana State comes in winners of 13 in a row, now 13-2 in the campaign. Illinois State at 12-4, and they have been victorious in each of their 4 FCS playoff games, all 4 of which have come on the road. Second national title appearance for the Birds. For Montana State, their second consecutive year here in the national title game, and their third in the last 5 years under head coach Brent Vigen. Take our final timeout. We're back with more as we inch closer to kickoff here inside the First Bank Stadium in Music City. Back in a moment. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Illinois State Redbird football, presented by Toyota on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind in Bloomington? Discover the Deep End Tap, your new favorite hideaway, tucked inside Eastland Suites. Sip craft cocktails, share craveable bites, and kick back in Central Illinois' largest beer garden. Whether you're a guest or just stopping by, everyone's welcome. So dive in to the Deep End Tap. Good drinks, great vibes, no hotel key required. The Deep End Tap, inside Eastland Suites, Bloomington.
Redbird Nation, in the market for a new vehicle? Audi of Bloomington Normal has you covered. Stop by today at 1430 Fort Jesse Road in Normal and ask about Redbird VIP pricing for all Illinois State University students, parents, teachers, alumni, and fans. That's Audi of Bloomington Normal on the northwest corner of Fort Jesse and Towanda in Normal. Visit them online at the BloomingtonNormalAutomall.com. Audi of Bloomington Normal, proud partners of Redbird Athletics.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a lawyer, but getting some guy who just watches courtroom dramas.
How does the defendant plead?
Guilty. Wait, what? Also, objection.
You object to what?
Erroneous.
Counsel, approach the bench.
Hey, can I get a whack at the gavel?
You wouldn't settle for just any lawyer, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon is on. Oh, what fun it is to drive a new Toyota today. Hey, Jan from Toyota here, reminding you Toyota-thon is on. Make your holiday wishes come true with the new Camry, RAV4, Tacoma, and more. All right, let's sing it together this time. Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon is
Dealer
on.
inventory may vary. Toyota-thon ends January 5th. See your participating dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
An 8-4 regular season, a 30-point loss in the season finale, an unranked slot in the FCS playoff bracket. Doesn't really sound like a team that will go deep in the postseason, does it? But this is sports, and this is what makes it great. Anyone can win on any given day. 4 record-setting road upsets, including a win for the ages against the biggest dog in the yard. Now, we're the talk of the nation. How about them Redbirds? Tonight, for the first time in over a decade, the Illinois State Redbirds are in Music City, USA, and look to make history under the lights and bring home their first ever national title. Standing in their way, a team from Big Sky Country with big claws, a vicious growl, and the odds-on favorite to win it all. But this is sports, and this is why the game is played. And these Redbirds are anything but normal. It's time, Redbird Nation, live from First Bank Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. It's the Illinois State Redbirds and the Montana State Bobcats for all the marbles. Go, you Redbirds!
There's nothing normal about these Redbirds.
Scanning the secondary, left-hander throws it into the end zone. The ball is intercepted by Illinois State. Hopkins makes the catch, turns upfield into the nest. Touchdown, Illinois State.
Hey everyone, it's head coach Brock Spack, and it's time for kickoff. Let's go.
Get ready to fight for ISU. It's game time on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield. Illinois State football is brought to you by Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. State Farm, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by Whiffles Hybrids. Welcome to Whiffles Country.
The Birds move on, now 6-1 on the road.
Let's go! Natty Bound!
The Illinois State Redbirds have absolutely shocked the FCS world.
Into the Natty, baby! Let's do it!
The Illinois State Redbirds, for just the third time in school history, are headed to the 7th Division semifinals.
We got the best fans in the nation!
And the Birds are off to the promised land for the second time under the direction of head coach Brock Spath.
Nashville, baby! Let's go!
Go Redbirds on, battle, fight for ISU! ISU, go!
Go you Redbirds!
Here we go! Redbirds, baby!
It all comes down to this. The Redbirds, the Bobcats. This is the FCS National Championship, live from First Bank Stadium on the campus of Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Tennessee. Presented by Toyota. Now alongside Ted Schmitz and Craig Birchie, here's the voice of the Redbirds, John Fitzgerald.
How about those Redbirds? Blake Haas back in the network studios on AM 1230, FM 102.1, WJBC, Bloomington Normal, a Cumulus Media station. We're just moments away from kickoff. The captains have met, the coin toss has happened, and we're just a few moments away from First Bank Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Your Illinois State Redbirds, 12-4, taking on the Montana State Bobcats, 13-2. And now we head on over to First Bank Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. 56 degrees as the national anthem is underway in Nashville, Tennessee.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Illinois State University football from First Bank Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. The eyes of the college football world descend upon the bright lights of the Music City on this Monday night as the 12-4 Illinois State Redbirds get set to tangle with the 13-2 Montana State Bobcats for the FCS National Championship. Alongside the Hall of Famer Ted Schmitz and our sideline analyst Craig Birchie, I'm John Fitzgerald. Blake Haas is back in our network studios in Bloomington. It's Illinois State and Montana State for the FCS National Championship. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. 10 for an ID. This is Redbird football from Learfield.
The voice of the Illinois State Redbirds. WJBC Bloomington Normal, AM 1230 and FM 102.1, a Cumulus Media station.
Today's game time temp brought to you by Bratcher Heating and Air Conditioning. 54 degrees here just prior to kickoff. Absolutely no chance of rain here in Nashville. Wind is out of the south-southwest at 10 miles per hour. However, gusts could play a factor tonight, gusting up to 26 miles per hour before the end of our ball game tonight. That's tonight's game time temp, presented by Bratcher Heating and Air Conditioning, making home comfortable again. Visit them online at BratcherComfort.com. This is going to be the first ever meeting between the Birds and Montana State. Illinois State 4-3 all time against members of the Big Sky Conference, and 2-2 against the Big Sky in the FCS playoffs, going 1-1 against both Eastern Washington and UC Davis over the last 2 years. As we head downstairs for the first time tonight, our Illinois Ford dealer sideline reports. Standing by, Craig Birchie.
Well, John, throughout the postseason, the Redbirds have taken a one-game-at-a-time approach, with each win giving them an opportunity to extend the season by another game. But now that we're in the title game, there are no more games to the season. I asked Coach Spack earlier this week if there was a sense of finality with this game. He said he really hadn't thought about that. He's just locked in on the championship game. He says the coaching staff has been reminding the players to remember the pain of losing. That has been a big driver of this successful postseason run.
Thank you very much, Craig. Our sideline reports presented by your local Illinois Ford dealers. Visit buyfordnow.com. The captains heading to midfield here inside First Bank Stadium in Nashville. We take a look at tonight's uniform report presented by Starcrest Cleaners. Illinois State, what's new? 5th consecutive game in the playoffs in their road white tops and bottoms. Red letters and numbers trimmed in black with the Reggie Redbird logo adorning each side of the white helmets. Montana State in navy jerseys, gold pants, white letters and gold trim, and an M block logo on their gold helmets. That is today's uniform report presented by Starcrest Cleaners. For all your dry cleaning and laundry needs, visit Starcrest today at either of their 2 Bloomington Normal locations, 208 North Prospect Road in Bloomington or 1712 East College Avenue in Normal. Starcrest Cleaners, bright ideas in cleaning. As we head downstairs, our lead official tonight, James Brockhart, for the coin toss.
Tails is the call.
Tails.
It's a heads. Montana State has won the toss and deferred their option to the second half. Illinois State will receive. Gentlemen, best of luck.
You know that?
So James Brockhart, our lead official on a crew out of the South Lane Conference. As you heard the coin toss, Montana State won the opening toss here tonight. They elected to defer, and Illinois State's going to go on offense to begin our proceedings here in the FCS National Championship in downtown Nashville, Tennessee.
I was going to start to say, John, I've been in some championship games, and I like having the ball first. I really do. I'm kind of glad Illinois State lost it, and they get the ball first here. Now you got to be sharp. You got to go right down, and it's the easiest time to score against the defense is the first drive. And this is the time to do it right here.
Our postseason coverage of Redbird football in the FCS playoffs is presented by Toyota. 'Tis the season to get a great deal at Toyotathon. Hurry into your local Toyota dealer and give yourself the gift of great value on a new Toyota. Unwrap these deals before they're gone. Visit Toyota.com for more information. Good crowd on hand here inside First Bank Stadium on the Vanderbilt University campus just outside of downtown Nashville, Tennessee.
Well, the field announcer announced 34,000 people. It's a 35,000-seat stadium, and I'd have to agree with him. There's only a few empty spots in the corners, and Illinois State has a huge crowd here, and Montana State has a huge crowd here. They're pretty loud over there, but they've been here all week partying, and this is like a Canadian group over here, I call them. They take the whole week off and come down and party.
Montana State 2 weeks ago at home in what they termed as the Super Brawl, the Wilds, and their rivalry showdown with Montana. And that semifinal matchup had a school record over 25,000 inside the stadium, Bobcat Stadium in Bozeman. And many have traveled here to Nashville.
Yes.
Birds also with a lot of red here on the west side of the stadium, just below us as we see things from high atop First Bank Stadium.
Beautiful crowd, beautiful night, not much wind. Perfect night. It's really a good surface, by the way. This is similar to that one we like so well at South Dakota. It's kind of soft, and it helps injury-free football players.
Kobe Froker, a freshman kicker, 47 touchbacks on 103 kickoffs this year, has the ball nestled in the tee at his own 35. Marquand Gary, Chris Taylor back deep to receive, and we're underway for the national championship. Taylor takes it at the goal line, up the right hash to the 10, 15, cuts left, 20, gets spun down and stopped shy of the 25 at about the 23-yard line. Good coverage by Montana State and the Birds. Gets set to go on offense here to begin our proceedings in the opening quarter in the first possession of the game in this national title tilt.
Yeah, they got to the 23, could have fair caught it and been on the 25. Ends up being about the same. 1st and 10, right hash. Here we go.
This is a Montana State defense that led the Big Sky in scoring defense, total defense, and rushing defense. Tommy Rittenhouse, senior quarterback, starts out of the gun on a play fake, back to pass, rolling to his left. He's going to tuck and run 25 and dives across the 26, fumbles the football across the 30 out of bounds. into the Montana State sideline, but they're going to say he was down first regardless as the ball trickled out of bounds. It's going to be a 3-yard pickup for the cleats for Tommy Rittenhouse, set up 2nd down and 7.
Well, that's typical of the offensive coordinator, Tony Peterson. They expect a run, so he fakes the run, and he's going to throw the pass. Very good coverage downfield and pretty good pressure. Tommy had a run.
Tommy Rittenhouse making his 34th start under center. He's 23-10 all time. His QB1 for the Birds. He's going to send 2 receivers wide to the right. Single receiver left is Maylander. Snap to Rittenhouse. Puts it in the belly of Dawson. Off right side. Gets across the 35. Cuts back to his left. Tripped up across the 40 out to about the 43. And that's going to move the chains for a Redbird Toyota first down. Visit your Peoria, Pekin, Bloomington Toyota dealers today.
Well, Montana State did exactly what we talked about, John. They loaded up that left side for Illinois State, and Victor did a great job of coming off the right side and got a big gain.
So the Birds move the chains on the ground, and that is huge for Illinois State's success. Twin wide receivers either side. First down and 10 for the Birds.
Blitz.
From the Montana State 37-yard line, moving left to right. Rittenhouse back to pass, swings it out in the flat, caught by Lord left side at the 45, and gets escorted out of bounds out at the 48-yard line, and that's going to be an 11-yard pickup on the first passing catch for Tommy Rittenhouse as he finds Dylan Lord for his 62nd reception of the campaign. And the Birds rack up another first down and 10 from their own 48-yard line, just underway here in the national title tilt.
Montana State blitzed on first down. Very unusual. They're not a big blitz team, but they knew Tommy was going to throw the ball again, and that was an excellent execution and a good catch by Lord.
First down and 10 from the 48. Ball left hash mark. Clapping the snap to Rittenhouse. Delayed handoff. Dawson trying to turn the edge on the right side, but he gets upended and dropped by Bryant Meredith, the 5'10 sophomore free safety who came up to knock down Dawson in space. He got back to the line of scrimmage, but no further. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Well, they're playing cover 4, which means that those safeties can fill. They're coming up, and basically it's a 9-man front is what it is. And that's the safety that made the play.
So ball right hash mark, 2nd down and 10 for Illinois State. Scoreless tie just underway here in Nashville. Rittenhouse surveys the 4-man front, takes a chest-high snap, delayed handoff, up the gut, Dawson, cuts to his left across midfield, 45, keeps the pile moving inside the 40 at the left hash, and all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Great call.
14-yard pickup on the delayed handoff right up the gut for Victor Dawson. The Birds move the chains once again. Another Redbird Toyota first down and 10 in Montana State territory at the 38-yard line.
They went 3-by-1 set, and they double covered Sopwitz on the 1-man side and took 3 of their defenders to the other side. Nobody in the middle, so they ran the delayed draw.
Ball rests right between the hash marks. 3 wide receivers to the right. Snap to Rittenhouse, turns, hands off Dawson, and he's met right at the mesh and dropped there. Bryce Greavy, the Will linebacker out of Melston, Montana, makes his 64th stop of the year. He had 5 tackles and returned an interception for a touchdown in that semifinal win over Montana. So Illinois State now after a 1-yard pickup by Dawson on first down. 2nd down and 9, ball left hash mark at the Montana State 37-yard line. 11:03 and a twisting first quarter clock. Tommy takes a chest-high snap. Straight drop, back to pass, throwing downfield, and he overshot his intended man, trying to find Sopkowitz up the left side, and he was guarded tightly by Caden Dollar, their All-American strong safety, who was the Big Sky Defensive Player of the Year this year.
Well, that's a straight drop back pass, too. Usually the best time is when they play that type of action with play action. Sopkowitz would come over into the middle a little bit on a little bit of a skinny post and be open, I think, on that play.
Birds were 11 of 20 on 3rd down at Villanova. Montana State defensively keeping opponents just 35% on 3rd down this year. This is 3rd down and 9 for the Birds from the Montana State 37. Twins to either side. Rittenhouse back to pass, throws over the middle, and the pass is behind Dylan Lord. I think that was a bit of a broken play, and we have penalty markers down. Going to be a false start called against Illinois State.
Well, this is where you don't want to be, 3rd and 14. But Illinois State, like you said, last week they were able to complete these type of passes. And we'll see if they can get a first down here. I wouldn't mind seeing them run that little delayed draw again, even if they would want to run the ball.
So 3rd down and 14, 10:50 to play, first quarter. Scotty Presson lines up in the slot to the right. Trips open side right, ball left hash mark. Montana State showing blitz. Snap to Rittenhouse, back to pass, has time, throws left side, passes incomplete. There was hand fighting between Maylander and Jace McMillan, but it goes incomplete into the Montana State bench, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Looks like they're going to let him play. We got a Southern crew here tonight, but that was definitely pass interference in our league most of the time. I mean, he climbed up his back, but okay, it's fine. You let that go there, let it go both ways all night long.
So Illinois State able to amass some first downs on that first drive of the afternoon. 3 in this drive, and now Hayden Futch on to punt it away. Taco Dollar.
Kick it over here to the
First
right.
team. All Big Sky punt returner off the side of the foot for Futch. It's going to bounce at the 15 away from Dollar and go out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Great play by Hayden Futch, the redshirt sophomore punter for Illinois State, and that pins the Bobcats back. First down and 10 from their own 10 when we come back. Tonight's first quarter is brought to you by Country Financial. For your insurance needs, turn to Country Financial for an insurance company you can count on. Country Financial has been providing insurance and protecting families for 100 years. Their dedicated reps live in the community and are ready to get you the protection you need. Learn more at countryfinancial.com. Timeout on the field. We'll step out. 10:41 to play. Opening quarter here in the FCS National Championship game. The Birds and Montana State are scoreless. We're back in a moment. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Illinois State Redbird postseason football presented by Toyota on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon is on. Oh, what fun it is to drive a new Toyota today. Hey, Jan from Toyota here, reminding you Toyota-thon is on. Make your holiday wishes come true with the new Camry, RAV4, Tacoma, and more. All right, let's sing it together this time. Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon is
Dealer
on.
inventory may vary. Toyota-thon ends January 5th. See your participating dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Food, fuel, jobs, even our planet's future. It all starts right here with homegrown Illinois corn. From plant-based bioplastics and renewable fuel to fighting the effects of climate change, Illinois corn is at work in your backyard, and it's paving the way toward a more sustainable future. Learn more at watchusgrow.org/corn.
Redbird football is brought to you in part by the great taste of Bud Light. Bud Light, a proud sponsor of Illinois State Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. So Illinois State picks up 3 first downs in the opening drive of the night. And then a Hayden Futch punt pins Montana State back. First down and 10 as they move right to left. First offensive possession for Justin Lamson, the Stanford transfer. Goes on a play fake on first down, throws underneath, pass caught by Lachoni. Their tight end gets up the right hash across the 20 and out to about the 26-yard line. It's going to be a 16-yard pickup on the first passing catch of the afternoon from Justin Lamson to Rocky Lachoni. That's going to move the chains for Montana State. So they go to the air to start things off. Lamson now moving quickly. 2 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Adam Jones, the running back. Lamson back to pass, throws, it's complete across the 30 out to the 35. Taco Dollar makes his first catch of the afternoon, and he's pulled down on the play by Patrick Bauer.
Well, they're starting out attacking to the field side safety right off the bat. That's what they're doing.
So Taco Dollar, his team high 70th reception of the year. Lamson's 2 for his first 2. Brings up second down and 3 now for Montana State. From their own 33-yard line, ball left hash mark. Adam Jones, single back on the right, gets the handoff, goes through a hole up the middle, 40, 45, and spun down across midfield by Patrick Bauer into Redbird territory at the 47-yard line.
Wow.
They actually move him back to midfield, so they're going to give Jones progress out to midfield, and they're going to put the football down on the left hash mark at the 50-yard line. First down and 10 now for Montana State.
Wide receiver Chris Long for Montana State getting a pretty good jaw in the session out there with Nuba.
Julius Davis now in the backfield. Pressure coming on Lamson, and Mason Kaplan wraps him up. And Illinois State is the first sack of the night back at the 35-yard line as Kaplan just split the offensive blocking, got into the backfield to drop Lamson. Montana State's allowed 30 sacks now in 16 games this year. That's the second most in the Big Sky Conference.
Well, they're going to, Illinois State's going to a nickel package because Montana State has gone into what they've got brought in 4 more wide receivers, and they're going to throw the football.
Loss of 13 on the play. Sets up second down and 23. Lamson out of the gun. Back to pass. Plants, fires, throws. Taco Dollar makes a catch across the 40. Steps outside 45, 50 up the right sideline, 45. And finally pulled down from behind inside the 40. And a first down for Montana State as Taco Dollar is able to convert on second and 23. Picks up 24. And Montana State moves the chains into Redbird territory. First down and 10 now at the ISU 37-yard line.
Well, what we said they were going to do this week. After last week in that fourth quarter, they're going at the field side, corner, and safety, and they got great success against the nickel.
And missed tackles there. First down and 10 for Montana State. A pitch right side, Davis, and he is brought down in space on the outside by Jack Dwyer. The senior free safety out of Hawthorne Woods came up to meet Davis on the stop, but we have a penalty marker down.
Dwyer needs to play like that all night long. He was a little bit too soft the first couple series.
We have a marker at the 32,
yeah,
but I think that might have been come off of somebody's uniform. Excuse me, it's gold, but Montana State is not a flag.
It's one of theirs, though.
So Montana State now out of the gun on second down at 11, and now we have penalty markers fly.
They move.
Ball start, number 72, offense.
Number 7.
5-yard penalty, second down.
And Montana State with their first penalty, so both ball clubs have been assessed. False start in this early going of their first drive. Sets up second down and 16, 6:50 to play in this opening quarter.
Illinois State goes to their nickel package again, and right now I think the call upstairs is going to go to the field side, corner and safety, especially the corner in the nickel package. The safety is a different guy on the nickel.
Clock operator, please reset the game clock to 7 minutes, 8 seconds. 7:08, please.
So they're going to put 23 seconds back on this clock. It had wound down to 6:45. So they're going to put 7:08 back. Montana State facing a second down and 16. Ball left hash mark. From the Redbird 43-yard line, Taco Dollar in motion left to right. Jones single back to the left of Lamson. Back to pass. He's going to roll out to the right. Throws on the run. Taco Dollar makes a catch inside the 20. Cuts up field 15 and finally is scored out of bounds by Dorian DeBose inside the 10-yard line down to the 7. And first down and goal to go upcoming now for Montana State. They're going to give him the 5 as a matter of fact. So Taco Dollar, who
he's the real deal,
has been absolutely an outstanding receiver and punt returner for Montana State, has shown his wealth so far here tonight in this opening drive. Third catch in this drive. Lamson a perfect 4 for 4 for 87 yards. Snap to Lamson, play fake. He's going to roll out to the right on a bootleg. He gets upended inside the 5 and down to about the 2. Lorenzo came up to make a hit, as did Reese Edwards for Illinois State. So it's going to bring up second down and goal to go.
Very good execution. The quarterback, it looked like he handed it off from up here. He's really good.
Line of scrimmage just outside of the 1. Adam Jones single back left, trips open side left. And now Montana State, I believe, tried to call a timeout, but we have penalty markers first. They're going to call a false start.
False start, number 55, offense, 5-yard penalty, second down.
So that's going to back the Bobcats up to about the 6-yard line.
J.T. Reed.
It'll be a second down and goal to go from the 6 now for Montana State. Taco Dollar wide left. They have twins to the left side, double tight end, right-hand side of the formation. Adam Jones single back to the right of Lamson. Clapping the snap, fakes a jet sweep. Quarterback draws straight up the gut, and he's pulled down by the ankle on an ankle tackle by Jack Dwyer. His second outstanding stop in space for the senior out of Hawthorne Woods, Illinois.
Yeah, he was on a blitz that time, and they handed the ball to the back away from him, and he was able to get a hold of his ankle. Good job.
So Montana State facing a third down and goal to go from the 3. On third down, they are 49% in the year.
Pretty good.
First in the Big Sky and 6th best in the country. Lampson's going to send trips open side left. Birds with a 4-man front. Lamson takes a snap. Play fake, rolling right, and he gets the edge and gets to the pylon. Touchdown, Montana State. And the Bobcats draw first blood as Justin Lamson scores from 3 yards out. His 15th rushing touchdown of the campaign. And the Bobcats take a 6-0 lead with 4:51 to go in this opening quarter.
He's the real deal also, that quarterback. That guy can run. That's a big man that can run. But the real difference right now is Taco Dollar. Wow, the slot receiver. He's causing all kinds of problems.
Miles Sandstead on for the PAT. 70-74 on the year. Snap, spot, kick is up, and the kick is true for Miles Sandstead. So Montana State goes 90 yards in 10 plays. It took 5 minutes and 50 seconds here in this opening quarter, and was capped by a 3-yard touchdown run by Justin Lamson. The time of the score, 4:51 here in the opening quarter. Montana State takes a 7-0 lead. Illinois State University offers more than 150 majors from accounting to zoology. And we're adding new areas of study all the time, like engineering, data science, and sports communication. Apply today or check out all of Illinois State's offerings at illinoisstate.edu/majors. Timeout on the field will step out. 4:51 to go, opening quarter here in Nashville. Our count to the McDonald's scoreboard. It's Montana State 7, Illinois State nothing. Back in a moment, you're listening to exclusive coverage of Redbird postseason football presented by Toyota on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
The voice of the Illinois State Redbirds. WJBC Bloomington Normal, AM 1230 and FM 102.1, a Cumulus Media station.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
December is here. That means holiday get-togethers and meals. That means you need to do what I do and head to 2401 Bunn Street. The best meat on Bunn Street, Bloomington Meats. No matter if you're looking for prime rib, hams, or whatever you want for that perfect holiday meal, you'll find it at Bloomington Meats. If you have a tough time with somebody on your list, well, a gift certificate to Bloomington Meats is something that anybody would love. The local family that owns and operates Bloomington Meats wishes you a very happy holiday season.
Tonight's first quarter brought to you by Country Financial. For your insurance needs, turn to Country Financial for an insurance company you can count on. Country Financial has been providing insurance and protecting families for 100 years. Their dedicated reps live in the community and are ready to get you the protection you need. Learn more at countryfinancial.com. Back here in Nashville, 4:51 to go. Opening quarter, Montana State draws first blood on a 90-yard scoring drive. Justin Lamson, his 15th rushing touchdown of the campaign, to take a 7-0 lead as we head back downstairs. Our Illinois Ford dealer Silent Report with Craig Birchie.
Well, some first impressions, some good, some not so good for the ISU defense. You know, some big plays. Patrick Bauer made some big steps, Jack Dwyer, but Boy, this Taco Dollar, man, he is the real deal. Very hard to locate in space. He's small. He's only 5'9". Very shifty. The Redbirds are going to have to do a better job knowing where he's at on the field.
Thank you very much, Craig. Froker's kick is going to sky over the head of Marquand Gary, about 5 yards deep in the end zone, and the Birds will have it first down and 10 from the 25-yard line. And Illinois State has to come up with an answer after Montana State drew first blood and takes a 7-0 lead. 4:51 to go in this opening quarter of play.
Well, Illinois State, as you mentioned off air here a little bit, had some trouble with tackling, but also they really had a problem with the long yardage plays. You got to stop that. You can't let that happen to you.
Ball right hash mark at the 25-yard line. Victor Dawson single back to the right of Rittenhouse. Sopkowitz, single receiver, short side right. Rittenhouse takes a snap, pulls it out of the belly of Dawson, turns the corner right side, slides to a stop at the 30. They're going to say he started his slide back at the 27-yard line. It looks like they're going to spot this football down, so it's going to be about a 2.5-yard gain for Tommy Rittenhouse with his cleats, and set up second down at about 7 now for Illinois State.
Well, I'm sure Tony sees it from up above in the box. When they got 3-by-1 set, they're doubling the one receiver over here and taking 3 guys out over to the other side. The middle of the field is wide open for run or pass. Tommy would have handed off that time. It would have been a big play.
Second down and 7. Ball right hash mark. Chest high snap. Rittenhouse throws it on knee. Sopkowitz makes his first catch of the day on the numbers on the right-hand side of the field at the 35, and he's tapped down at about the 36-yard line. So that'll be an 8-yard pickup and another Illinois State first down presented by Toyota. Sopkowitz with his team-high 79th reception of the campaign.
Yeah, he needs like 59 yards tonight to be the number 1 receiver for ISU in yards.
So first down and 10 for the Birds. From their own 36-yard line, moving left to right in this first quarter of play. 3:36 to play. Birds trail at 7-0. Tommy changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Flapping the snap. Takes a snap, hands off Dawson, running off right side, hunting for space, and he gets spilled down at about the 37-yard line. It's going to be a short pickup for Victor Dawson on that first down run. Give him a yard, set up second down and 9.
Well, somebody's pretty sharp on defense over there, because Tommy made a good check and to run that ball where he did, but at the last minute, they filled right there, and they evidently saw when Tommy went with the tailback over to the left side, they filled the right side, which is exactly where he ran.
4 down linemen for Montana State. Second down and 9 from the 37. Snap to Rittenhouse, throws crossing pattern over the middle. Sopkowitz makes the catch, and he gets spilled down at the 41-yard line. Takari Carr with the stop, the quarterback out of Compton, California. Sopkowitz's second catch of the night. And that's going to set up third down and about 5 now for Illinois State.
Well, Illinois State needs to continue to get first downs. That's the way they keep the ball away from them, and they've always had success doing that in the playoffs. Now you throw another, what I call possession cut, and you just get a first down.
2:19 to play first quarter. Birds trail 7-0. Third down and 4 for the Redbirds. Dylan Lord in motion, right to left. Rittenhouse takes a snap. Throws right side. Sopkowitz.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. They got to throw that.
And that ball is knocked away incomplete by Carson Williams.
Wow.
Everybody in the Illinois State sideline, including Daniel Sopkowitz, wanted a flag to be thrown, but none came. And Illinois State now is going to put it away on 4th down and 4.
They're letting it go a little bit too far. I mean, they're actually climbing up on Sopkowitz. That's 2 times, and you got to throw the flag. Sopkowitz is saying, hey, man, where's it at?
Carson Williams now with a team-high 9th deflected pass on the year. So Hayden Futch on to put it away. High snap. Puts the right foot to it. They came after it. He got it away. Taco Dollar lets it bounce. It goes out of bounds. Out near the 20-yard line. We'll see where they mark this one off.
Right at the 20.
We do have a penalty marker, and Hayden Futch is still down back at the 32-yard line. Now he pops up, and he's going to run off.
Should be a first down.
So the question is going to be whether or not that was running into the kicker or a 15-yarder.
Running into the kicker, number 91, Montana State. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
So a 5-yard penalty. It was running into the kicker, but Birds were facing a 4th down and 4, so that's going to move the chains. So Hayden Futch Maybe a little bit of cat and mouse and some acting because he popped out and sprinted off the field, much to the dismay of the Montana State crowd on the other side of the stadium to us.
Well, they sure have nothing to complain about on these two pass interference calls, though. Oh, my gosh, alive. They saw him crawl all over Sopkowitz.
So Illinois State now with their 5th first down of the night. They have it first down and 10 from their own 47-yard line.
You know, that's
2:03 to play.
The whole series, the whole playoff series, though, has been no pass interference calls.
Ball right hash mark. From the 47, this time out of the pistol formation. Tommy takes a snap. Straight drop back to pass. Looks left, throws left, wide open. Sopkowitz makes the catch and angled out of bounds at the 35-yard line by Carson Williams. It's going to be a pickup of 18 yards. Sopkowitz's 3rd catch of the night and another Redbird Toyota first down.
Tremendous protection, though, John. Not a soul in upfield on him. Not a soul near the quarterback. And just like that, they can get that game going with him to Sopkowitz.
And Sopkowitz was wide open over on that far side of the field. Ball left hash mark, first down and 10 from the Montana State 33. Trips to the open side right. Now Tommy's going to change the play at the line of scrimmage against a 4-man front. Single back to the right is Victor Dawson. Rittenhouse takes a snap, flares it out right flat. Casper makes the catch, sidesteps a man, cuts inside between the hash and the numbers, inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. So a good 5-yard pickup on first down. Burt staying on schedule, sets up second down at 5.
Good first down play. Anytime you get 5 yards, you get more than 3. Once you get 4, you're in good business. And that one got 5.
1:26 in a twisting first quarter clock here in the national title game. Birds looking for the answer. They trail it 7-0. Twin wide receivers, short side right for Tommy. This time out of the gun. Seth Glatz in the backfield now. Dylan Lord in motion right to left. Waste not. Rittenhouse pulled down from behind, gets out of it, and now gets outside of the tackle box and throws it to the Redbird bench incomplete. I don't know how Tommy evaded that sack, but he did. Jake Pope did get beat over that side, but Tommy somehow able to keep that play alive and then threw it out of bounds.
Could be roughing the passer here.
We have a penalty marker down at the 37-yard line. Tommy was most definitely outside of the tackle box.
Oh, without a doubt.
So there's no doubt it was intentional grounding. The question might be whether or not he was in the grasp.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness, number 67. Offense. Penalties 15 yards from the previous spot. Repeat second down.
So Jake Pope, after he got beat, got whistled for a personal foul for unnecessary roughness. Take a look at the replay here in our booth. Seth Glatz is going to come out. Victor Dawson comes in to replace him.
Well, it's a shame.
As Cruz was able to just kind of put Pope on skates.
Yes.
And then Rittenhouse got out of it. And it didn't look like Pope did anything too egregious on that for the personal foul call. So second down and 20 now for Illinois State. From the Montana State 43. Rittenhouse takes a snap, play fake, throws left side. Scotty Pressa makes a catch between the hash and the numbers, turns upfield inside the 35 and tagged down to the turf at the 33-yard line. So they got the 15 yards back, and now it's going to set up third down and 10 for Illinois State.
Well, it's too bad because that would have been a first down again for. Jake Pope got power is what happened to him. He's been blocking the speed guy pretty good. All of a sudden that guy changed to power and just dumped him right onto the quarterback.
So third down and 10 for the Birds. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter. Ball at the Montana State 33. Birds are 0 for 2 on third down today. Rittenhouse out of the pistol with Dawson behind him. Barks out his cadence. 2 claps and a snap. Back to pass. And they're going to blow the play dead.
Timeout. Montana State.
They better call timeout.
Charge of the first half.
So the first timeout called by Montana State. And Illinois State will have it third down and 10 when we come back. Redbird fans looking for a great dining experience for the whole family? Make a trip on over to Rob Dobbs, 801 North Hershey Road at Bloomington. From kids to adults, Rob Dobbs has something for everyone. And don't forget, Rob Dobbs is now open for breakfast beginning at 8 a.m. every Saturday and Sunday. Rob Dobbs, 801 North Hershey Road in Bloomington, a proud partner of Redbird Athletics. 18 seconds to play. Opening quarter here in Nashville. Our count on the McDonald's scoreboard. It's Montana State 7, Illinois State nothing. Back in a moment. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Illinois State Redbird postseason football presented by Toyota on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Don't touch that dial. You are tuned into Whiffles Country WYFF, the station that's been family-owned and fiercely independent for almost 80 years. No nonsense, just common sense and chart-topping corn hybrids coming to farm gates all over the Central Corn Belt. Stay tuned for more Whiffles Country hits like She Thinks My Colonel's Sexy, I Got 99 Problems, but Yield Ain't One, and Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Sell Soybeans. Thanks for listening, and remember to keep it independent with Whiffles Hybrids.
Postseason coverage of Redbird football in the FCS playoffs is presented by Toyota. 'Tis the season to enjoy a great deal at Toyotathon. Hurry into your local Toyota dealer and give yourself the gift of great savings. Visit Toyota.com for more information. Toyota, let's go places. 18 seconds to play. Opening quarter here in Nashville. Montana State burns their first time out here in the opening half. Birds facing a 3rd down and 10 from the Montana State 33-yard line. Bobcats with a 7-0 lead on the Redbirds. This drive has amassed 42 yards so far. The Montana State fan base is on their feet across from us here at First Bank Stadium. Tommy Rittenhouse is going to deploy 2 wide receivers, open side right, single receiver left. Rittenhouse with a long count. Takes a shotgun snap, back to pass, pressure coming, throwing right side, trying to find Sopwith. Makes the catch inside the 10, pulled down from behind inside the 5. Penalty markers down. We have a flag down at the 3-yard line.
That's terrible.
And they're going to call offensive pass interference against Daniel Sopkowitz.
Number 2, offense. Penalty is 15 yards from the previous spot.
We're not getting a good call here.
So that's going to wipe off the pass interference call. That's going to wipe off the completion to Sopkowitz. And it's going to go as a pass interference against Illinois State and back them up 15 yards.
It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. That should have been 2 times before, and this one here was nowhere near as blatant as what they just didn't call against Montana State. That's terrible. You know, they may be the favorite. They may be.
3rd penalty called against Illinois State for 35 yards now. So now Illinois State facing a 3rd down and 25. 5 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Line of scrimmage back to the Montana State 48. Flapping the snap to Rittenhouse, and they're going to blow this play dead at the snap of the football. That was going to be the final play of the quarter as they started the clock.
Play. That's the end of the first quarter.
So 15 minutes in the books here in Nashville, Tennessee. Birds facing a 3rd down and 25 when we come back as they trail Montana State 7-0. Hey, Redbird fans, open an active checking account at Illinois State Credit Union and earn a $100 cash reward. With 3 convenient locations in Bloomington Normal, visit itsmycu.org to join today. 1 quarter in the books here in Nashville. Our count on the McDonald's scoreboard. It's Montana State nothing. We're back in a moment. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Illinois State Redbird postseason football presented by Toyota on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Billy Cos back at the network studios in Bloomington, Illinois. Back over to Nashville, Tennessee here in just a few. Don't forget, Redbird fans, Illinois State men's basketball and Ryan Peeler in action coming up later on in the week. They'll be taking on Valparaiso, the Beacons, in Valparaiso, Indiana. We'll have that game for you on Wednesday night. The pregame will start at 6:30. with John Fitzgerald and Mike Matthews on the call here on AM 1230 and FM 102.1 WJBC and Classic Hits 98.9 WJEZ. And then for women's basketball, back in action on Thursday against the Flames out of UIC. That one will take place in the Q in Seth Q Arena. Now let's get back over to Nashville with John and the crew, guys.
Thank you very much, Blake. Postseason coverage of Illinois State Redbird football in the FCS playoffs is presented by Toyota. 'Tis the season to get a great deal at Toyotathon. Hurry into your local Toyota dealer and give yourself the gift of great value on a new Toyota. Unwrap these deals before they're gone. Visit Toyota.com for more information. John Fitzgerald, Ted Schmitz, Craig Birchie back here inside First Bank Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Blake Haas back at our network studios in Bloomington. 7-0 Montana State after 1 quarter of play. Here in this FCS national title game as we head back downstairs. Illinois Ford Dealers Shotgun Report with Craig Birchie.
Well, Brock Speck spent a good portion of the break discussing that one in quotes with the side judge Christian Zamora. Brock took his headset off and was just dressing him down. What a terrible call that was. Essentially what happened was Tabari Carr fell down as their hands were tangled with Daniel Sopkowitz, and Zamora thought that was offensive pass interference. And, you know, they missed a call earlier for defensive pass interference, and that was the case. Brock was pleading, and Zamora finally just said, okay, my bad, I'll watch for it. So we'll see what happens here, but you know, you've got a loud crowd here, and now you're dealing with some bad officials calls here. This is not a good start for the Redbirds, or not the way they wanted to start things. See if they can get this conversion.
Take a quick look at our first quarter stats brought to you by Virtus Financial Group. Illinois State total offense 92 yards. Montana State 100 yards. They have the lone score of the game thanks to that 90-yard touchdown scoring drive. So the Birds now, first play of the second quarter, facing a 3rd down and 25 from the left hash mark. Tommy takes a snap, pressure coming. Little bubble screen left side, caught by Winkers, turns upfield outside of the numbers, and he's tagged down inside the 45, down to about the 43-yard line.
Got a punt. You know, I know what coach is telling him. Hey, if you're going to call pass interference, call them both ways. That's what coach is telling that guy. Come on now. My guy got it twice against him, and you don't call it. Then you call once, then he does it, you call it. He's just telling him be even, be fair.
So Hayden Funch is going to come on to punt it away. Taco Dollar, always dangerous, is going to stand back in single safety at his own 9-yard line. Funch, a high spiraling kick, is going to send Dollar 5 side of the field. He's going to let it bounce to the 5, and it caroms into the end zone for a touchback. So Montana State's going to start first down and 10 from their own 20 with a 7-0 lead, 14-15 to play in this second quarter here in Nashville.
Well, the first quarter, the difference in the game is officiating in the secondary. That is the difference in this first quarter, and why Montana State hit 7-0. Otherwise, you got a 0-0 ball game or a 7-7 ball game.
Montana State 87 yards passing, Birds 59. Illinois State a 33-13 edge on rushing yardage so far in this one as Montana State takes over. Second offensive drive. Last one went 90 yards, resulted in a 3-yard touchdown run by their quarterback, Justin Lamson. First down and 10 from the 20, and before the snap of the football, we have movement and penalty markers fly.
Ball start, number 86, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
So Hunter Province, their tight end, the sophomore out of El Cajon, California, gets whistled for a false start.
Quite a few California kids on this team, and Montana has a lot of Montana kids, but they also have a lot of California kids.
Lamson now has Julius Davis. Sidecar right, play fake on first down. Back to pass Lamson. All the time in the world. Pass is complete over the middle to Carr. Turns upfield, gets across the 40. Is knocked down at the 45. Ball came loose. We have penalty markers down as well. I believe Montana State recovered the fumble after Chris Long was hit. Illinois State saying they recovered it, but we're going to have to sort out the penalty marker down at midfield as well.
I think Illinois State recovered, but we're afraid they're going to call targeting on Illinois State. You know, you got to remember, the receiver or running back can drop his head sometimes into you, so it's really not targeting.
Personal foul. Targeting. Number 4. Defense. The previous play will be under further video review.
So the targeting call on the field is made against LaShavian Brown, who dropped Carr after the big completion play on a first down passing catch from Justin Lamson to Chris Long. And they're going to go upstairs to review this play and see if it was indeed targeting. And LaShavian Brown came across to finish off Chris Long after Cam Wilson was tailgating him and trying to pull him down just shy of midfield. So this review is brought to you by Kanoski Bresney, your local personal injury and workers' compensation attorneys with over $500 million recovered. They get their worth. Visit them online at kbinjurylaw.com. As we head back downstairs, Illinois Ford Dealer Sideline Report. Here's Craig Birchie.
Well, the problem is the receiver's going down. LaShavian Brown is going down to make the stop, and it's almost like an inadvertent collision there. And that's what forced the ball loose. It's a no call on my end, but again, we don't know what pass interference is anymore. We don't know what targeting is anymore here in FCS at least.
Well, at least in this case, it's targeting against LaShavian Brown as Montana State now set up first down and 10 from the Redbird 37-yard line after the 15-yard penalty, and LaShavian Brown is done for the night here for the final 3 quarters of this one.
Evan Sierra will take his place probably. But I'll tell you what, the officials have not been fair in this ball game so far, folks. It's just not been fair.
So first down and 10 for Montana State. At the Illinois State 37-yard line, Bobcats a 7-0 lead. Adam Jones, sidecar left to Lamson. Now he's going to switch over to the right. Lamson takes a snap, puts it in the belly of Jones, running up the middle, hunting for space, and he's hit by a swarm of white-colored Redbirds, led by Ty Niekamp. Jake Anderson came to wrap him up as well after a very short gain for Adam Jones, their outstanding running back, the redshirt sophomore out of Missoula, Montana.
Going to have to dial up some pressure here. The front 4 is not getting pressure like they did a week ago. Their offensive line is doing a good job of blocking the front 4.
So second down and 7 from the Redbird 34. Taco Dollar in motion left to right. Lamson takes a shotgun snap. Back to pass. He's going to roll out to the right. Surveying downfield, being chased. Steps out of a tackle, turns the corner 30, and is knocked down at the 29-yard line. Was able to turn the corner. Patrick Bauer made the hit. It's going to be a 5-yard pickup. He's going to be shy of the yard to gain. He needs the 27, and he got the 29, so it's going to set up third down and 2 now for Montana State.
That is a big quarterback running down there. Holy cow. He's going to go quick here and try to get a run for a first down.
With tempo, give to Jones, and they're going to blow the play dead after the handoff to Jones. And they're going to say a false start against Montana State once again.
Makes a lot of
So
difference.
Montana State penalized for the 4th time here tonight. And now Montana State facing a third down at 7.
Illinois State goes into their nickel package, but they seem to be a little bit confused as to what they want to do coverage-wise.
Trips to the open side left for Montana State. Now Dollar comes in motion, sets up twins to either side. Clapping the snap to Lamson. 3-step drop, throws right flat, caught by Taco Dollar at the 25-yard line, pushed out of bounds by C.J. Irvin, and that's going to be enough for a first down. 9-yard pickup and a first down for Montana State. First down and 10 from the Redbird 25-yard line.
Illinois State's changing personnel. C.J. Richard has had to go in for Savion Brown, so now they got a little bit different people up front as well.
Lamson on a play fake. Now he's going to swing it out in the flat. Caught outside the numbers 20 by Adam Jones, and he's shouldered out of bounds by Cam Wilson out near the 15-yard line, but that's going to be about a 5-yard pickup and about a yard shy. Bring up second down and 2 now. Excuse me, an 8-yard pickup. Second down and 2 now for Montana State at the Redbird 16-yard line.
Christian Lorenzo coming back in the ball game up front to try to get some pressure on this quarterback. Right now, I think he's there for the run.
Tight formation here on 2nd down and 2 from the Redbird 16. Lamson under center, takes a snap on a waggle, fires it out right flat. Caught by Taco Dollar, trying to turn the corner, does so, and gets it away inside the 10. He just tiptoed that right sideline, got past Patrick Bauer, finally escorted out of bounds at the 6-yard line. That's going to be a first down in Montana State now. First down and goal to go from the Redbird 6.
Dollar's a magician. he can keep it going out of bounds there. That's as good a play as I could ever see. Wow. Yeah, now they're bringing it back.
So now they're going to move it back to the 11. They're going to say Dollar in the Redbird sideline went out of bounds before advancing upfield. So it's going to set up first down and 10 now from the Redbird 11. Lamson with Julius Davis in the backfield. Fakes a handoff. Lamson turning the corner right side, dives forward inside the 5 and tapped down near the 2-yard line. He got closer to the 1.
That's the toughest thing that Illinois State has to defend is the quarterback keeping off of that action. It's been the toughest they had to defend all week in practice, and it's proven out right here tonight.
So a 9-yard pickup for Lamson with his feet. Sets up 2nd down and 1 from the Redbird 2-yard line. Trips to the open side left. Lamson out of the gun. Julius Davis single back to the right. Lamson fakes a handoff. Quarterback draw. Moving the pile. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown Montana State. Justin Lamson, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. This time from 2 yards out. And Montana State takes a 14-0 lead on Illinois State with 10:49 to play in this 2nd quarter.
That's a strong quarterback. He got hit on about the 2 and just carried 2 guys into the end zone. That's a man there. Holy cow.
So an 8-play, 80-yard drive for Montana State. Miles Sandstead on for the point after touchdown. Snap, spot, kick is up. Pinwheeling, and the kick is true for Miles Sandstead. So Montana State takes a 14-0 lead in this national championship tilt with 10:49 to go in the 2nd quarter. Redbird football brought to you by Bloomington Meats, offering the best variety of roasts and cuts to help create those perfect winter soups and stews. January is also Customer Appreciation Month at Bloomington Meats. Stop by today, 2401 Bunn Street in Bloomington, and lock up the best meats on Bunn Street at Bloomington Meats. Timeouts on the field. We'll step out. 10:49 to play before halftime here in Nashville, Tennessee, the FCS National Championship game. On a McDonald's scoreboard, it's Montana State 14, Illinois State nothing. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Redbird postseason football presented by Toyota on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Do you have a cough, fever, sore throat, or the flu? Head to OSF On Call Urgent Care, where we know just what to do. We'll care for your minor illnesses and injuries with great speed and send you home with any treatments you might need. Walk in for care in Bloomington Normal from 8 to 8 each day, or make a reservation and be on your way. Visit osfoncall.org/urgent care today.
Hi, I'm Tracy Patkunis, realtor with RE/MAX Rising and proud supporter of ISU Athletics. Just like our Redbirds, I believe in hard work, teamwork, and giving it everything you've got. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, I'm here to help you every step of the way with local expertise you can trust. Call or text me at 309-275-5956 or visit patkunishomes.com. I'm Tracy Patkunis with RE/MAX Rising, your hometown realtor and loyal Redbird fan. Go Birds!
Redbird fans are looking for a career with great pay and benefits, no debt education, job security, and many opportunities for advancement. Then consider a career in the plumbing and the piping industry. Visit the Bloomington Normal Plumbing, Heating, Cooling Contractors Association website at bnphcc.com to find out how to get started in this high-demand, satisfying, and challenging career field. That's bnphcc.com. John Fitzgerald, Ted Schmitz, Craig Birchie back here in Nashville, Tennessee. The FCS National Title game. Blake Haas is back at our network studios in Bloomington. Montana State goes 80 yards in 8 plays. And Justin Lamson, the Big Sky newcomer of the year, a quarterback, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. And the Bobcats, a 14-0 lead on Illinois State with 10:49 to play in this second quarter.
He does remind you somewhat of Rungard at Youngstown
Without a
State.
doubt. Bo Brungard, the quarterback at Youngstown State.
Very similar.
So Kobe Froker has it teed up at his own 35. End over end kick. Marquand Gary's going to take it right hash at the 8. Running left 10, 15, 20. Cuts back to his right across the 25. And out to the 27-yard line for Marquand Gary. So 20-yard return for the Normal Community product. And that sets up the Birds first down and 10. From their own 28-yard line as they need to get on the board here in this second quarter, trailing 14-0.
Well, they need to score this drive. They need to score. That's 2 long drives now for Montana State, a 90 and an 80, but a lot of help from Christian Zamora, the side judge.
Javon Charles, H-back at the left-hand side, first down and 10. Tommy takes a belt-high snap, back to pass, 3-step drop, throws over the middle, passes caught at the 30, and absolutely wrecked down on the play, and that could have been a late hit on Dylan Lord. Lord makes the catch under duress, and then got hit right across the bow. It's going to be a short pickup of 4 on the play, set up second down and 6.
You know, you got to even out the calls here. If you're going to call them the same both ways. My Lord.
14-0 Montana State, 10-11 to play before halftime. Birds facing a second down and 6 from their own 32, moving right to left. Rittenhouse surveys, shotgun snap, throws left side, caught by Lord again, turns upfield across the 40, got pulled down, and there's a face mask called against Montana State. Neil Daly, their 6'3" redshirt junior, will linebacker out of Billings, Montana, as Lord had turned upfield on the left sideline, pulled him down by the face mask, and that's going to be a 15-yard variety against Montana State and desperately help Illinois State's field position. No, they picked it up. Holy cow, how about that?
No, this is getting totally ridiculous now. This is going way too far. I mean, that was so obvious.
So Dylan Lord makes his 3rd catch of the night.
No, this
they
is not
initially
right.
threw a penalty marker. They have picked it up. And now it's first down and 10 for Illinois State. At their own 42, trailing 14-0, 9:46 to play before halftime. Victor Dawson single back to the right of Tommy. Takes a chest-high snap, spins, hands off Dawson, straight up the gut, hunting for space, gets across the 45, and knocked down at about the 46-yard line. It's going to be a 4-yard pickup for Victor Dawson on first down, set up second down and 6.
Well, all you can do in something like this is wait till halftime, go over to the referee, and say, you got to get in there and tell your people on your team here, they've got to call them all equal.
Ball left hash mark for Illinois State, second down and 6. 9:13 to play before halftime. Birds trail at 14-0. Rittenhouse on an option pitch over to Dawson. Turns the corner right side across midfield and gets dragged down to the turf at the 47-yard line in Montana State territory. That's a 6-yard pickup and enough for Redbird to win a first down as the Birds move the chains and get a fresh set of downs with 8:49 to play in this second quarter. So first down and 10 for the Birds. Ball right hash mark. Trips open side left for Tommy Rittenhouse. Calls out his cadence. It's a play fake. He's going to go up top, and a broken play trying to find Javon Charles. Incomplete. Charles had hit some traffic trying to run that right up the seam, and it's going to bring up second down and 10.
Charles couldn't get off of the defender. It wasn't even close. They're playing pretty physical.
So second down and 10 now for Illinois State. Clock stopped with 8:32 to play before halftime. Birds on the wrong end of a 14-0 score. Rittenhouse is going to deploy Maylander, Lord, and Charles wide of the open side left. Victor Dawson single back to the right of Rittenhouse. Takes a snap, turns, hands off Dawson, straight up the gut. Keeps his legs moving and gets inside the 45. Finally tagged down at about the 42-yard line. It's going to be a 5-yard pickup for Victor Dawson.
But that is the call versus that set. The middle is open. If you can pop the first level and get to the second level, there's nobody there. And they haven't been able to do it only one time so far, but that's the call versus that set.
So third down and 5 now for the Redbirds. From the Montana State 42, Birds are 0 for 3 on third down tonight. Dylan Lord in motion left to right, sets up twins to either side for Rittenhouse. Changes the play at the line of scrimmage. Against a four-man front, takes a snap, straight drop, surveys, lobs up top, wide open, and out of the outstretched hands of Dylan Lord. He let him just a bit too much. Lord had broken open behind the defense, but he could not connect with Rittenhouse, and that's going to bring up fourth down, and the Birds are going to put it away. There was the play. It was right there.
Yeah.
Birds just couldn't execute.
There's your touchdown. Tommy's a little bit overthrown tonight. You know, we've seen that at times with him. He gets a little bit excited, and he overthrows some, and that's what he's done here tonight about 3 times.
Tommy's 9 of 14, 78 yards so far tonight. So Hayden Futch with 7:46 to play before halftime. Takes a chest-high snap, puts the right foot to it, into the football down. Spiraling kick. It's going to take a bounce at the 5. Carry him into the end zone. The Birds unable to down it. They had men down there, but it's going to carry him in, and it's going to go as a touchback. Montana State's going to have it first down and 10 from their own 20 as they start their third offensive drive here in the first half, and the first 2 have resulted in touchdown runs by Justin Lamson. So Montana State will have the football when we come back. Timeout's on the field, 7:37 to play. In this second quarter of the national championship game, our count to the McDonald's scoreboard. It's Montana State 14, Illinois State nothing. Back in a moment. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Redbird postseason football presented by Toyota on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
To win in the field, you need recruits who can run your system, whether it's 3 yards in a cloud of dust or a spread offense. AHW knows the same holds true for your land care lineup. That's why we have the build and price tool. You can outfit your John Deere compact tractor, riding mower, or gator with the exact implements and attachments you need, and even determine your monthly payments. Try out the build and price tool at ahwllc.com. Proud sponsors of ISU Athletics.
Hi, I'm Shannon Smith.
And I'm Tom, Little City Peterson of the Smith Peterson Real Estate Team at RE/MAX Rising.
As the official real estate team of ISU Athletics, the Redbirds trust the Smith Peterson Real Estate Group, and so can you.
Winning in real estate takes more than luck. It takes a strong team.
From first-time buyers to seasoned sellers, we'll help you win big.
We're here to guide you with proven strategies that deliver winning results.
Ready to make your next move a victory? Call us today at 309-807-5834.
Go you Redbirds!
Heartland Bank and Trust is a proud partner of Redbird football. Open a savings or a CD account that meets your needs. Visit a Heartland Bank branch location today or go online at hbtbank.com. That's hbtbank.com. Heartland Bank, member FDIC. 7:37 to go before halftime. 14-0 Montana State. Bobcats take over first down and 10 from their own 20. John Fitzgerald, Ted Schmitz, Greg Birchie back here at First Bank Stadium in Nashville. Blake Haas is back at our network studios in Bloomington. Montana State 2 for 2 on offensive drives, 1 win for 90. The second one a win for 80, and they lead at 14-0. Justin Lamson lines up in the shotgun, has Adam Jones off to his left. First down and 10 for the 20. Montana State moving left to right. Jones at a cutback. It's the 25. Breaks left through a tackle at Dexter Niekamp, and finally pushed out of bounds the 32-yard line by C.J. Irvin, but not before a 12-yard pickup for Adam Jones. And Montana State moves the chains on that first down run.
Well, Montana State's got a tremendous offensive line, John. You talked about this earlier, and that's been the difference in the game so far as on the field. Their offensive line is being very, very, very productive.
Twins either side for Lamson. First down and 10 from their own 32. Snap to Lamson, play fake. Throws over the middle. Taco Dollar makes the catch between the hashes across the 40 to the 41, and he's pulled to the turf immediately by Jack Dwyer. But it's going to be a 9-yard pickup. Are they going to give him the first down? They do. They're going to move the chains out to the 43-yard line. So first down and 10 now for Montana State.
Well, he is a tremendous slot back because he's small, but he is really, really effective from that slot position.
6th catch of the night for Taco Dollar. First down and 10 now for Montana State. But deep drop for Lamson. Fires over the middle, and the pass is deflected away to the turf by Ty Niekamp.
They have not gotten pressure, though, John. The offensive line has done a great job run and pass for Montana State. Illinois State has not gotten the pressure that they did the last 3 weeks.
The holes have been pretty good in the running game for Montana State so far.
Yes.
So Dollar and Dane Steele wide open side right for Justin Lamson ahead of the second down and 10. 6.5 to play before halftime. 14-0 Montana State. Mask high snap for Lamson. He's going to take off, tuck and run. Gets across midfield. Cuts outside of the numbers into Redbird territory. And cut down at the 49-yard line in Illinois State territory. It's going to be a pickup of 8. Set up 3rd down and 2 now for Montana State.
Well,
Bobcats on the night.
Going to have to do something to contain that guy.
Perfect 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions. Tight formation here, double tight ends. Birds showing pressure on 3rd down and a long one. They get into the backfield and Ty Kneecap wraps up Lamson back at the 46-yard line. Birds with their 2nd sack here in the opening half. And that's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down and about 7 now for Montana State. And that was a huge play. You talk about needing pressure, and Ty Kneecap snuck his way in around the edge to bring down Lamson.
They're going to have to continue to blitz somebody because that's where they get the only time to get in pressure. You don't need to bring a lot, just need to bring one guy from somewhere.
So Kobe Froker, their punter, who's 4th in the Big Sky, on for the first time tonight. A short, high spiraling kick. Eddie Casper is going to call for a fair catch at the 20 between the hash and the far side numbers. And the Birds will take over, trailing 14-0. That was a huge stop for Illinois State right there.
Yes.
With 5:17 to go before halftime. Illinois State University has been recognized by U.S. News and World Report as well as Washington Monthly as being among the best values in higher education, with tuition frozen for 4 years and graduates earning $15,000 more than the national average. You can feel good about your investment in an ISU degree. Learn more and apply today at illinoisstate.edu/apply. Timeout on the field. We'll step out. 5:17 to go before halftime. Here in Nashville, Tennessee, our count from the McDonald's scoreboard. It's Montana State 14, Illinois State nothing. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Redbird postseason football presented by Toyota on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fans section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Life is worth enjoying, and Avanti's is perfect for enjoying every moment. You bring the family, friends, laughter, smiles, and Avanti's will serve you the taste of tradition. And we'll clean up the dishes, too. Gather in our dining room with family and friends for Italian home cooking. For big celebrations, Avanti's banquet room fits graduation, retirement, baby showers, or birthdays. Celebrate big and small at your local Avanti's, because life is worth enjoying every moment.
At the home of the gondola, Avanti's.
5:17 to play before halftime here in the national title game in Nashville, Tennessee. Birds trailing Montana State 14-0. Illinois State takes over first down and 10 from their own 20, moving right to left. A huge offensive possession here for the Birds. Rittenhouse takes the snap, fakes a handoff, rolls out left, throws in the flat. Dylan Lord caught at the 25, turns upfield between the hash and the numbers, gets across the 30, tabletop to the 35, and we have a late penalty marker down toward the middle of the field. We'll have to see how they sort this one out. We've lost our ref feed. As a matter of fact, they have a power outage here in the stadium. So we'll try to navigate this. So a personal foul called against Montana State, and that's going to tack on 15 more yards for Illinois State after that completion. So the Birds now move the line of scrimmage with a fresh set of downs all the way out to midfield at the left hash. Birds trail at 14-0, 5:07. They begin to run the clock here in the second quarter. Maylander, Dylan Lord, twin wide receivers, short side left. Sopkowitz, single receiver right. Now Victor Dawson empties the backfield. Rittenhouse takes the snap, throws off the crossing pattern, caught by Dylan Lord at the 40, and pulled down from behind all the way down at the 36-yard line. 14-yard pickup as Dylan Lord makes his 5th catch of the night. And the Birds with another Redbird Toyota first down and a fresh set of downs in Montana State territory at the 37.
You know, 2 plays ago was a beautiful execution of RPO that you ever see that Tommy did on the pass to Lord up the field.
4:24 and a twisting second quarter clock. Birds trail 14-0. First down and 10 from the Montana State 37. Rittenhouse fakes a handoff, rolls out left side, caught by Dylan Lord. He jukes a man, gets outside of the numbers, and gets cut down at about the 33-yard line by Bryant Meredith, junior college transfer out of Fullerton Community College in Southern California. It's going to be a short gain for the Birds. They're going to give him 5, bring up second down and 5, and the Birds staying on schedule. And this is as crisp a drive as they have had tonight.
And Tony switched all RPOs, and it's really paying off for him right now. I give Tony a lot of credit. Their base offense has been awesome all postseason, but it wasn't tonight.
3:44, second quarter. Second down and 5 for the Birds from Montana State 32. Out of the pistol this time. Rittenhouse takes a snap, hands off Dawson off right side, bounces off a Meredith tackle, and spins his way between the hashes inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line. 8-yard pickup for Victor Dawson. And that's good for another Redbird Toyota first down. Birds move the chains. First down and 10 at the Montana State 23-yard line.
Illinois State tonight has decided to go all huddle rather than no huddle. And they'll go no huddle sometimes, but their base is going to be huddle tonight.
3-minute mark of this second quarter. Rittenhouse going to change the play at the line of scrimmage. 4 down linemen for Montana State. Rittenhouse on a delayed handoff gives to Dawson, trying to turn the corner on the left side, gets out to the numbers and is tripped up at about the 19-yard line. Carson Williams, the quarterback, came up to make the stop, and the ankle grab of Victor Dawson. It's going to be a 3-yard pickup for the Birds. And set up second down and 7 from the Montana State 20. Ball left hash mark. Birds trail it 14-0. 2:28 to go before halftime here in this national title tilt. Victor Dawson stays single back in the backfield. Dylan Lord in motion left to right. Rittenhouse back to pass. Pressure coming. Throws it underneath. And the pass is incomplete. Had to just get rid of it as it was kind of a jailhouse break from the Montana State front 4 as Hunter Parsons beat his block and caused a lot of pressure on Rittenhouse, and he very calmly just threw it away.
I'm not sure what they were trying to do, to be honest with you. I think it was a little quick pass over the middle to somebody, but they just didn't execute it well.
So here's a 3rd and 7 for the Birds, who are 0 for 4 on 3rd down tonight so far. 2:16 to play before halftime.
Need to get one here.
3rd and 7 from the Montana State 20. Clapping the snap to Tommy. Back to pass. Looks left. Throws on the backfield. Caught by Dawson. Turns upfield. Dives for the 15. And that's where they're going to mark him down at the 15. It's going to be a 5-yard pickup. Set up 4th down and 2 now for Illinois State. And it's decision time for head coach Brocksback. What do you do here?
I take a timeout and decide here. You got to get some points. So I'm for a field goal, but you know, in this game, it's a field. You know, coach always says against real good teams, field goal don't win games for you. So does he feel that's the same way against this team, or it doesn't?
And it very well might be, but is it a boost for your ball club if you get points on the board before halftime?
I think it gives you momentum. Then you come out in the second half, and you've got the mo going in. You should have the mo coming out.
So that's going to take us to our 2-minute timeout, and we will step out as well. 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 2-minute timeout brought to you by the Illinois Corn Farmers. Illinois is the 2nd largest producer of field corn in the U.S. Corn that is used to make biodegradable plastic straws more sustainable, tennis shoes, and cleaner burning fuel for our cars. Learn more about how corn can solve some of our biggest global challenges at watchusgrow.org/corn. 2-minute mark here in the second quarter. Birds driving. They trail it on a McDonald's scoreboard 14-0 to Montana State. Back in a moment. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Illinois State Redbird postseason football presented by Toyota on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
Hi, I'm Shannon Smith.
And I'm Tom, Little City Peterson of the Smith Peterson Real Estate Team at RE/MAX Rising.
As the official real estate team of ISU Athletics, the Redbirds trust the Smith Peterson Real Estate Group, and so can you.
Winning in real estate takes more than luck. It takes a strong team.
From first-time buyers to seasoned sellers, we'll help you win big.
We're here to guide you with proven strategies that deliver winning results.
Ready to make your next move a victory? Call us today at 309-807-5834.
Go you Redbirds!
Redbird fans, use Illinois State Credit Union for all your financial needs, from credit cards to mortgages. You'll be proud to say, it's my credit union, Illinois State Credit Union, with 3 convenient locations in Bloomington Normal. Visit them online at itsmycu.org. So 4th down and 2 for Illinois State. They trail at 14-0.
You know,
driving here at the Montana State 20.
He doesn't have to get a score. He can just get a first down here.
Absolutely. So 4th down and 2, ball resting at the left hash mark. At the Montana State 15, Birds are going to send trips to the left. Sopkowitz single receiver right. Now a quad set with Dylan Lord to the left. Throws, Dylan Lord makes the catch on that slot position inside the 10 and down to the 9. And the Birds move the chains. Illinois State now 1st down and goal to go from the Montana State 9 with 1:53 to go before halftime.
First time they showed a quad set all night. Very good call. And I'd say out of it, a quarterback draw is going to be effective if they want to run it.
So Victor Dawson stays in the backfield for Illinois State. Lines up sidecar right as Tommy Rittenhouse, who takes a snap, turns, hands off Dawson. Got hit initially, but able to move the pile down to about the 6 or 7 yard line. Paul Brott, their first team all Big Sky defensive tackle, in on the initial hit for Dawson in a short game.
Yeah, the defensive tackle for Montana State beat Barnhart that time and came free, and Dawson didn't have a chance.
So 3-yard pickup, 2nd down and goal to go now from the 6 for Illinois State. Rittenhouse under the shotgun formation. Double tight end. Rittenhouse takes a chest high snap. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Throws wide open underneath. Scotty Presson into the nest. Touchdown, Illinois State.
Scotty Presson's a great man down there in the red zone, and that's the guy to go to. He did it in the 2-point conversion at North State. He does it for a touchdown here. Very, very well needed.
That is the 3rd touchdown reception of the year for Scotty Presson, and a school record 37th touchdown pass for the senior quarterback Tommy Rittenhouse. Birds go on 4th and 2, keep the drive alive, and they get into the end zone to make it 14-6. Michael Cosentino on for the point after touchdown. Hayden Futch the hold, snap, spot, kick is up, and the kick is dead red for Michael Cosentino. And the Birds get on the board and cut this deficit in half, 14-7, with 54 seconds left before halftime. And that was a huge drive, Ted Schmitz.
Yes, and now you got to make sure Taco Dollar back there is a great returner. You've got to make sure to get a good cover here. And I wouldn't mind seeing him even run a squib kick here with this short of time on the clock, because he is really, really a dangerous returner.
That Redbird touchdown brought to you by Hy-Vee, a proud supporter of Illinois State Redbird football. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Taking a look at our Heller Store scoring drive summary. Birds go 80 yards in 10 plays. It took 4 minutes and 23 seconds, and was capped by a touchdown pass from Tommy Rittenhouse to Scotty Presson from 6 yards out. That's your Heller Store scoring drive summary, brought to you by Heller Ford, Heller Chevrolet, GMC, and Heller Motors. With man car shopping worth the drive, shop them online today at hellerstores.com. So the Birds back within 7, 14-7 with 54 seconds left. Matt Maldonado has it teed up at his own 35. puts the right foot to it, skies this kick, and it's going to go about 6 yards deep in the end zone over the head of Jabez Woods, their outstanding kick returner. And Montana State's going to start first down and 10 from their own 25. And the Birds back within 7 at 14-7 our count as Montana State takes over. They've had 2 scoring drives of 80-plus yards. They punted their last time as we head back downstairs. Our Illinois Ford dealer Shotland report with Craig Birchie.
Well, sometimes you got to go to your big stars. Sometimes you got to go to your security blankets, and that's Scotty Presson. He has been like a security blanket here in the postseason, and what a huge touchdown for the Redbirds. Makes this game much more manageable now as we get ready for the second half.
Thank you, Craig. Lampson on first down, throws to a wide open receiver at the 35, cutting right 40, 45, and finally pulled down from behind by Cam Wilson. And Jabez Woods, the redshirt freshman wide receiver out of Spanaway, Washington, makes his 23rd catch of the campaign, first of the year, and that's a huge play for Montana State right there. Lampson on first down, moving quickly, pressure coming, throws over the middle, it's caught by Chris Long into Redbird territory inside the 35 and tripped up down to the 33-yard line.
Wow, great pressure, great coverage, great throw. Better throw and cover.
So first down and 10 now for Montana State. They still have 28 seconds left and 2 timeouts. Lampson throws wide open, caught by Dane Steele, turns upfield 15, tries to leap over a man, stays on his feet, and gets all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Montana State. A 33-yard passing catch from Tommy Rittenhouse. From Justin Lampson to Dane Steele. And he just leapt over Jack Dwyer and went right by him up the right sideline.
That quarterback showed me something I haven't seen all year. That he is every bit as good as that kid from Youngstown State. Holy cow.
Couple of broken tackles for Illinois State defensively on that drive as Montana State went 75 yards in 3 plays. It took 36 seconds. And the extra point is up. It was deflected, but it still goes through. And Montana State regains a 14-point lead, 21-7, with 18 seconds left before halftime here in this national title tilt.
Gonna have to tighten up the coverage a little bit. Might be able to play some man coverage against these guys. The one guy that you got to worry about is Dollar. Now, if you got one guy that you think can handle him, put him on him one-on-one, play everybody else man, you're in pretty good shape, I think.
3 plays, 75 yards for Montana State on that drive. Birds had all the momentum back within 7:54 seconds left before halftime. And Justin Lampson absolutely went right down the field, open receivers. Lampson now 12 of 13, 228 yards, 1 touchdown pass, and 2 rushing touchdowns for the 3 scores for Montana State, and it's 21-7.
He's really been, he's been phenomenal as a runner, but on that drive, he was phenomenal as a passer. He had good pressure, he had good coverage, and he put the ball right on the money. There was no really window for him on 2 of them. The first one was easy. After that, they were really good throws.
So Kobe Froker on to kick it away. Just 18 seconds remain before halftime. Montana State now a 2-score lead. Froker with the approach, puts the right foot to it, short end over end kick. It's going to be taken by Gary on the 15 on the fly, cuts outside 20-25, and finally pulled down just shy of the 30-yard line at about the 28.
They're not kicking to Taylor. They're kicking it to Gary.
Down to 13 left on the clock before halftime. As we head back downstairs, Illinois Ford dealer Shotland report with Craig Birchie.
Well, that was a quick change of events, and I think the absence of LaShavian Brown loomed large there.
Yep.
Not having that big hitter back there in the defensive secondary allowed Montana State to just be more comfortable at throwing the ball downfield.
LaShavian Brown called for targeting in the first quarter and ejected for the rest of the game. Rittenhouse on first down, turns, hands off Dawson, turns the corner left side, gets across the 35, and has stood up at the 37-yard line. He's hit on the play by their strong safety, Colton Petrie, came up to make the stop on Dawson. Stops the clock with 7 seconds left, brings up second down and 1 after a 9-yard pickup for Victor Dawson, who has 57 yards rushing in this first half on 12 carries. So 7 seconds left, second down and 1 for the Birds. Out of the pistol. Clapping the snap to Rittenhouse. Takes turns, hands off Dawson. Stood up on the right side of the line and knocked down by Taden Gray, the nickelback. That's going to be the final play of this opening half here in Nashville, as the second-seeded Montana State Bobcats are going to head to the halftime locker room with a 21-7 lead on Illinois State, and the Bobcats will have the football to start things off in the third quarter. Illinois State University's hometown of Bloomington Normal consistently ranks among the top college towns in the country for affordability and safety. Come see why students and parents alike love Illinois State. Schedule a visit today at illinoisstate.edu/visit. Halftime here in Nashville. Our counts on a McDonald's scoreboard. It's Montana State 21, Illinois State 7. Our Baird's Auto and Tire halftime report is coming up next. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Redbird postseason football presented by Toyota on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
The voice of the Illinois State Redbirds. WJBC Bloomington Normal, AM 1230 and FM 102.1, a Cumulus Media station.
To win in the field, you need recruits who can run your system, whether it's 3 yards in a cloud of dust or a spread offense. AHW knows the same holds true for your land care lineup. That's why we have the Build and Price tool. You can outfit your John Deere compact tractor, riding mower, or gator with the exact implements and attachments you need, and even determine your monthly payments. Try out the Build and Price tool at ahwllc.com. Proud sponsors of ISU Athletics.
Welcome to Moe's! Say goodbye to boring Mondays. It's Mo Monday at Moe's Southwest Grill. Get your favorite burrito or bowl, chips, and salsa for just $6.99. Craving more? Make it a meal with a side of their legendary queso and 22-ounce drink for just $9.99. Whether you're feeding a fam or grabbing a bite with friends, Mo Monday brings big flavor without the big price. But hurry, this deal's for a limited time, only at Moe's Southwest Grill on South Neal Street. Welcome to Moe's!
Okay, so it is the start of a new year, and that means resolutions. And you may have resolved to eat better. Well, that can mean many things. In my case, it means getting better quality for the best price. And in my opinion, you can only do that at Bloomington Meats, the best meat on Bunn Street, 2401 Bunn Street. They are the oldest butcher shop in Bloomington Normal, and they still serve you in the traditional way. That's right. Customers are important. That's why January is Customer Appreciation Month for Bloomington Meats. Whether you're a new customer or a longtime customer like me, stop in, get your certificate to save some money. And they've got everything you need. Beef, pork, over 60 flavors of brats. Of course, they're their original home of the monthly meat bundle. All of their products is cut fresh daily, and they strive to make you, the customer, happy. Find out for yourself. You don't have to take my word for it. Take that short drive to 2401 Bunn Street and visit the best meat on Bunn Street during January and eat better with Bloomington Meats.
1, 2, 3. Redbird football is brought to you by Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Whiffles Hybrids, fiercely independent since 1946. And by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Now, on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield. Welcome to the Baird's Auto and Tire Halftime Show. Trusted professional repairs since 1959. Generations of quality service you can count on.
Welcome back to First Bank Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Our count here at the break on a McDonald's scoreboard. It's Montana State leading Illinois State 21-7. Welcome in to our Baird's Auto and Tire halftime report. Baird's Auto and Tire located at 804 West Division Street in Normal. Trusted professional repair since 1959. Generations of quality service you can count on. Visit them online at BairdsAutoCareCenter.com. Montana State has flexed their muscles on offense. The Bobcats, who have won 13 straight, coming into play. And the number 2 national seed have scored touchdowns on 3 of their 4 first half drives, including their final drive of that second quarter, in which they went 80 yards in just 36 seconds on 3 completions after the Birds had pulled within 7. And their 3rd touchdown for Montana State in that opening half extended the lead back to a 14-point cushion here for the Bobcats out of the Big Sky Conference. And that's where we stand here at the break in this national championship game on January 5th in downtown Nashville. So the Birds have the work cut out for them. Montana State's going to have the football to start things off in the 3rd quarter. We're going to have more on our Bears Auto and Tire halftime report coming up right on the other side of this timeout. We'll take a look at our first half stats that are brought to you by Virtus Financial Group. Our count here at the break in Nashville, Tennessee. On a McDonald's scoreboard, it's Montana State 21, Illinois State 7. Back in a moment. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Illinois State Redbird postseason football presented by Toyota on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Looking for the ultimate ISU watch party? Look no further than Barrel House, the official watch party location for every away game. Join us for the action, the energy, and our unbeatable game day deal. A pint and a pound of fresh breaded wings for just $12. Barrel House, where Redbird fans unite, and every game feels like a home game. Don't just watch it right. Only at Barrel House.
A locally owned and operated neighborhood bar and grill, Schooners has been a Bloomington tradition for over 40 years. Home to the Brocksback Coaches Show, held every Thursday from 6 until 7. Schooners boasts an expansive lunch and dinner menu, including their mouth-watering wings, rings, burgers, and tenderloins. Be sure to stop by Schooners Beer Garden to relax and unwind with friends. Taste the local flavor at Schooners, 810 East Grove Street in Bloomington. For more information, visit SchoonersBL.com or find them on Facebook. Go Redbirds!
What if you had the smartest Wi-Fi? If you did, it'd be Xfinity and it'd come with their best state-of-the-art equipment. It would boost speeds to the devices that needed them most, whether you were streaming, gaming, or gaming while pretending to work. It would even power your mobile connection so you could bring faster, secure Wi-Fi speeds with you where you use it most. If you had the smartest Wi-Fi, everything would work together seamlessly to keep you connected. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply.
Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon is on. Oh, what fun it is to drive a new Toyota today. Hey, Jan from Toyota here, reminding you Toyota-thon is on. Make your holiday wishes come true with the new Camry, RAV4, Tacoma, and more. All right, let's sing it together this time. Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon is
Dealer inventory may vary. Toyota-thon ends January 5th. See your participating dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
First Bank Stadium here in Nashville, Tennessee. Our count at halftime of the FCS National Title game. Montana State leading Illinois State 21-7. Welcome back to our Bears Auto and Tire halftime report. Redbird football brought to you by Bears Auto and Tire, located just south of Hancock Stadium, 804 West Division Street in Normal. Generations of quality service you can count on. Visit them online at BearsAutoCareCenter.com. Let's take a look at our first half stats. They're brought to you by Virtus Financial Group. In this first half, Illinois State 13 first downs. Montana State racked up 14 first downs over the first 30 minutes of football. Total offense, Montana State with 276 yards, 228 through the air, and 48 on the ground. Illinois State 202 yards of total offense in the first half, 129 through the air, and 73 on the ground. Penalties, Birds penalized 4 times for a total of 50 yards. That included a targeting call against Illinois State's second leading tackler, LaShavian Brown. That was upheld, and he was taken out of the game for the rest of the way. That happened back in the first quarter. Montana State penalized 6 times for 40 yards. Birds winning the time of possession, 17-48 in favor of the red and white, 12-12 for Montana State. Birds are 0 for 5 on third downs in that first half. Montana State converted 2 of 3. They scored touchdowns in 3 of their 4 offensive drives in that opening 30 minutes. Illinois State, Tommy Rittenhouse, the quarterback, 15 of 21, 129 yards and a touchdown. He has not been sacked. Victor Dawson has led the way in the ground, 13 carries, 67 yards. Dylan Lord with a team-high 7 receptions tonight, 3 for Daniel Sopkowitz and 2 for Scotty Presson. Montana State, their quarterback Justin Lamson has been nearly perfect, 12 of 13, 228 yards and a touchdown pass. He's also rushed for 2 rushing touchdowns as he has 18 yards on 9 carries thanks to 2 Redbird sacks. He did get into the end zone twice with his cleats. Adam Jones, 29 yards on just 2 carries rushing for Montana State. Julius Davis has 2 totes for just 1 yard. Taco Dollar, 6 catches, 96 yards for Montana State. Chris Long has 2 catches for 55. Jack Dwyer, Patrick Bauer, a team-high 5 tackles apiece for the Birds. Cole Taylor leading the way for Montana State. He has 7. Brian Meredith has 6 here at the break for Montana State. Those are your halftime stats brought to you by Virtus Financial Group. You've built your wealth. Now it's time to align it with your vision for life. With Virtus, we walk with you to create clarity today and confidence for tomorrow so you can move forward with purpose and peace of mind. Call 309-473-9991. That's 309-473-9991 or visit thevirtusfg.com. Coming up next, we'll take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard presented as always by Toyota. Blake Haas standing by in our network studios in Bloomington. Our count at the break. It's Montana State 21, Illinois State 7. Back in a moment. This is Redbird football on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Okay, so it is the start of a new year, and that means resolutions. And you may have resolved to eat better. Well, that can mean many things. In my case, it means getting better quality for the best price. And in my opinion, you can only do that at Bloomington Meats, the best meat on Bunn Street, 2401 Bunn Street. They are the oldest butcher shop in Bloomington Normal, and they still serve you in the traditional way. That's right. Customers are important. That's why January is Customer Appreciation Month for Bloomington Meats. Whether you're a new customer or a longtime customer like me, stop in, get your certificate to save some money. And they've got everything you need. Beef, pork, over 60 flavors of brats. Of course, they're the original home of the monthly meat bundle. All of their product is cut fresh daily, and they strive to make you, the customer, happy. Find out for yourself. You don't have to take my word for it. Take that short drive to 2401 Bunn Street and visit the best meat on Bunn Street during January and eat better with Bloomington Meats.
Your joints are the key to every move you make. Joint pain doesn't have to stop you. Whether you're recovering from an injury or managing ongoing pain, OSF Orthopedics with Ortho Midwest can get you back on track. Our experts carefully define your pain and discomfort and offer a personalized treatment so you can get back to doing what you love quicker. OSF Orthopedics with Ortho Midwest. Care focused on you.
Rob Dobbs Restaurant is known for prime ribs Friday through Sunday. I'm Bob Dobsky, and I wanted to let you know that Rob Dobbs is open for lunch Monday through Sunday starting at 11 o'clock. I'd like to personally invite you to try one of our handcrafted burgers from our lunch menu. Skip the drive-thru and enjoy a delicious sit-down lunch this week at Rob Dobbs Restaurant.
How long's the wait to be seated, Bob?
Just a little, Jules.
See our lunch menu when you bookmark robdobbsbn.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Illinois State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Blake Haas back at the network studios. You're on AM 1230 and FM 102.1 WJBC at the half as your Illinois State Redbirds trail Montana State 21-7. Don't forget, coming up on the network this week, Illinois State men's basketball in action on Wednesday in Valparaiso, Indiana, taking on the Beacons out of Valparaiso. That game, pregame will start at 6:30, and then we're off to a little women's play coming up on Thursday at 6:30. Back with John and the crew as we'll hear from head coach Brock Speck coming up in just a few on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com for Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
We all have a mission in life. For some, it's sinking that game-winning shot. For others, it's cheering for your team from the sidelines. At OSF Healthcare, we want you to be the best you possible. We're here for the Bloomington Normal community to make your life just a little bit easier. Whatever your mission, we're here to support it, so you can get back to the court, the field, or the stands. Your life, our mission. Learn more at osfhealthcare.org/mission.
A locally owned and operated neighborhood bar and grill, Schooners has been a Bloomington tradition for over 40 years. Home to the Brocksback Coaches Show, held every Thursday from 6 until 7. Schooners boast an expansive lunch and dinner menu, including their mouth-watering wings, rings, burgers, and tenderloins. Be sure to stop by Schooners Beer Garden to relax and unwind with friends. Taste the local flavor at Schooners, 810 East Grove Street in Bloomington. For more information, visit SchoonersBL.com or find them on Facebook. Go Redbirds!
Back here at First Bank Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Our Barron's Auto and Tire halftime report continues. Montana State to 21-7 lead on Illinois State here at the break. This FCS national title tilts. Birds won 4 consecutive playoff games on the road. Montana State, a 13-game winning streak as we head back downstairs. Illinois Ford Dealers Southern Report. Here's Craig Birchie standing by with Redbird head coach Brocksback.
All right, thanks, Don. Coach, you finally got on the scoreboard, but Montana State marched right back down. How do you get the momentum back in the second half?
Well, we got to start tackling on defense. Really poor tackling and not knowing what our help is, being able to eliminate those big chunk plays, and that's been a problem. I think we played a little loose in our technique a little bit in the back half. We've made some adjustments there. Hopefully we'll play a little tighter coverage. And we got some pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback's hurt us a little bit on a scramble every so often. He's a good athlete. We knew that coming in the game, and he's keeping himself alive. We've seen guys like him this fall. So good football team. And that's just what happens. You got to play with great technique. And we got to tackle better up, and then we have to, try to get our running game going a little bit, and we've had some pretty good runs on and off. We got to kind of take that over, and maybe possess the ball a little longer. But it's not possession time isn't horrible. It's just when we got to finish drives, you got to score touchdowns.
All right. Well, good luck in the second half, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
That's the word from Brocksback, guys. Yeah, I think a lot of it's just getting things to just settle down a little bit after that chaotic second quarter and really first half with some of the officiating calls that went against the Redbirds. And hopefully the guys have reset their jaw and ready for the second half.
Thank you very much, Craig. Coach Back's halftime interview brought to you by State Farm. Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm, so don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second half kick is coming up next. Start count at the break at a McDonald's scoreboard. Montana State 21, Illinois State 7. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Redbird postseason football presented by Toyota on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Planning a meeting, milestone, or magical I do? At Eastland Suites Hotel and Conference Center, a trademark collection by Wyndham in Bloomington, we bring your vision to life effortlessly. With flexible event spaces, expert planning, and full-service catering, we're ready for business meetings, unforgettable weddings, and everything in between. From boardrooms to ballrooms, this is where moments happen. Eastland Suites Hotel and Conference Center, a trademark collection by Wyndham. Meetings, events, memories made.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists. Shop the sales and get fuel savers. Talk about convenient. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
Welcome back to First Bank Stadium here in Nashville, Tennessee. Just about set for the start of the third quarter. Illinois State trailing Montana State 21-7. Here at the break, John Fitzgerald, Ted Schmitz, Craig Birchie. Back live here in the Music City. Blake Haas is back at our network studios in Bloomington. Illinois State will kick off to begin this third quarter. Montana State will go on offense with that 14-point lead. Ted Schmitz. The way Montana State has moved the football in that first half, 3 touchdown drives in 4 possessions. This is a huge defensive stand for Illinois State right out of the chute, out of the halftime locker room that could really turn this ball game if Illinois State can get a stop.
You're right. Illinois State has to get a stop on this drive. And then Illinois State has to get the ball. And then they have to get a stop on this drive. Then they have to get the ball and go down and get a score and to turn this game around. This game, somebody's going to get hot here. It's got to be Illinois State for them to win the game. It usually happens in the second half in a big game like this. Somebody's going to get hot. Illinois State was not very sharp in that first half. A lot of defensive mistakes. Offense wasn't very sharp either.
So Matt Maldonado is going to come on to kick this thing away. Birds trail it by 14, 21-7. Fans, don't forget, stay with us after the game. The Ameren, Illinois Redbird postgame show. Over a full recap of tonight's game. Take a look at our game stats. And, of course, Craig Birchie will be down on the field. Our exclusive interviews after the ball game with Redbird head coach Brock Spack and Redbird players. That all comes up after the ball game, the Ameren, Illinois Redbird post-game show. So 15 minutes on the clock. Matt Maldonado has it nestled at his own 35. Here's the approach, the right-footed kick. And it's going to be taken about 3 yards deep by Jabez Woods. Out to the right side, 10, 15, 20, gets to the sideline, 25 onto the 30. And a great return by Jabez Woods all the way out to the 32-yard line. That's a 34-yard return for Woods. And sets up very good field position for Montana State to start offensively here in this third quarter as they move left to right.
Could have been a definite holding call there on the returning team, without a doubt. Our good man.
So Justin Lamson, who's 12 of 13, 228 yards, a touchdown pass, and 2 rushing touchdowns. He's accounted for all 3. He's going to go empty. Ball right hash mark. From the 31, trips to the left, twin wide receivers to the right, and the first down pass is caught by Adam Jones across the 35 out to the 36, where he's cut down by Mason Kaplan. They're going to move that out to the 37-yard line, set up second down and 4 now for Montana State.
Well, it kind of goes back to what this team has been like during the year, early in the year especially. They take away the run, but they haven't been able to take away the pass. So this team decided just to throw the football.
Second down and 4. Give to Jones, running off left side. Steps through a tackle, gets across the 45, and is knocked down at about the 46-yard line on the left hash mark. And once again, Montana State not only in a hole, but they ran through a tackle. Can't really arm tackle these running backs for Montana State.
You're exactly right. And Coach said it, and you're saying it here. It's mainly tackling has been the big problem on the run.
So a fresh set of downs now for the Bobcats. Their 15th first down of the night. Birds have 13. Lamson on first down, throwing over the middle. Jones underneath, and the ball's tipped away, incomplete. Mason Kaplan picked up Jones on the backfield in coverage, and a huge heads-up pass defended by Mason Kaplan.
Real good job by Mason. Need more of that right here.
So second down and 10 now for Montana State. From their own 46-yard line, just underway here, third quarter, 21-7, a 14-point lead for the Bobcats. Lamson takes the snap, turns, gives to Jones, running between the hashes, and he gets out to midfield where he's knocked down by Reese Edwards. That's going to set up 3rd down and long now. 3rd down and 6 officially for Montana State in their first drive of the 3rd quarter.
I'm glad to see Illinois State stay out of their nickel package here. Here they come in. I'd rather see them stay with their base defense. I'd like to see them get a good blitz here. You got to get blitz pressure on this team. They haven't been able to get straight pressure. Now they're going to run their overload. They haven't tried this the whole half. So they got their overload defense. They got a blitz out of it.
Trips to the left, single receiver right. Lamson straight drop back. Pass is incomplete in the left side. Great pressure applied by Patrick Bauer as he was able to staple Lamson to the turf right after he released the football. So that's going to set up 4th down.
I don't understand this.
But they have not switched that yet. I do not see a penalty marker.
Holding, number 66, offense. Penalty is declined. 4th down.
So they gave Illinois State some time to decline that penalty after a hold is called against Montana State. That's going to back them up 5 yards, set up 4th down.
Well, they got to stop anyway, John.
They got to stop. Montana State's going to come on to punt. Kobe Froker back at his own 35-yard line. Eddie Casper back, stands sentinel, single safety at his own 10, right between the hashes. So the Birds got the stop they needed.
Yes.
Low snap to Froker, puts the right foot to it. High spiraling kick. Casper calls for a fair catch and makes it at the 19-yard line. And the Birds will go on offense for the first time here in quarter number 3 when we come back. Redbird Nation, count on Heartland Bank for local decisions and personal service. Stop by a branch and join today or visit hbtbank.com. That's hbtbank.com. Heartland Bank, member FDIC. Timeouts on the field. 13:04 to go. 3rd quarter here in Nashville. The FCS national title game. Our count to the McDonald's scoreboard. Montana State 21, Illinois State 7. Back in a moment. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Illinois State Redbird postseason football presented by Toyota on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey Redbird fans, your next new Nissan comes with total peace of mind at O'Brien Nissan of Bloomington, because every new Nissan we sell is backed by our exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile nationwide warranty. You can shop rows and rows of new Rogues, Sentras, Altimas, Pathfinder, and Muranos with confidence, and only Nissan offers 6 brand new Nissan models starting under $30,000. So you know there's no better time to drive local and buy local at O'Brien Nissan of Bloomington. You better click O'BrienTeamNissan.com.
13:04 to play 3rd quarter here in Nashville. Birds trail Montana State 21-7. Tommy Rittenhouse leads the offense onto the field. 1st down and 10 from the 15-yard line. Birds their first offensive possession here in quarter number 3. They look to cut into this 14-point deficit. Rittenhouse 15 of 21, 129 yards and a touchdown so far. 2 wide receivers tight to the formation to the left. Ball right hash mark. Victor Dawson, the standing tail. Give to Dawson, running right across the 20, 25. Gets out to the numbers 30, 35, and finally tabletop at about the 39-yard line. That's a 29-yard pickup for Victor Dawson with his cleats. They're going to stop. They're going to say he was pulled down at the 36. So it'll be a 26-yard pickup for Dawson and a huge first down. Another Redbird Toyota first down for the Birds.
Nice run. Really good run.
So 1st down and 10 from the 36. Birds trail it by 14. Dawson single back to the left of Rittenhouse. Surveys a 4-man front. Takes the snap. Pressure coming. Throws. Dumps it off left side outside the numbers. Dawson makes the catch. Turns upfield and finally spun down by Petrie at the 45-yard line. That's a 9-yard passing catch.
They give him the 10.
They're going to give him 10, so they're going to move the chains as Dawson makes the catch. That's his second of the night, and the Birds with another Redbird Toyota first down. Visit your Peoria, Pekin, Bloomington Toyota dealers today.
Dawson out, Winkers right in.
So Winkers makes his first appearance of the night. First down and 10. Lord in motion, lines up, slot to the left. Play fake, Rittenhouse rolling to his right, surveys, throws underneath, and threw it at the feet of Dylan Lord, incomplete. Brings up second down and 10. Pressure came from the backside for Tommy, and he rolled out against it and just got rid of it as the pressure began to close in on him.
Nobody open there. He had to throw it away.
Lord has a game-high 7 catches so far for Illinois State. Second down and 10 from the 46. Birds right to left here in this third quarter. Single receiver right is Sopkowitz. Lord and Maylander wide to the left. Winkers. Hands on knees, the standing tail in the backfield. Straight drop for Tommy. Looks left, throws left, caught by Javon Charles across midfield, and he gets shouldered out of bounds at the 49-yard line. It's going to be a 5-yard pickup. And for Javon Charles, his first catch of the night. So sets up third down and a long 4 now for Illinois State.
They gave him a pretty good spot there.
They sure did. 48-yard line in Montana State territory. 3rd and 4 upcoming for the Birds, who are 0 for 5 on third down tonight. Twin wide receivers either side. Winkers right stays in the backfield to the left hip of Tommy. Now Winkers exits the backfield. Waist high snap for Tommy. Slam pattern left side. Caught by Dylan Lord. Did he hold on? He did. He pulls it down to the 44-yard line. 4-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. And the Birds get a fresh set of downs as Dylan Lord makes his 8th catch of the night.
And a real good one. That was not an easy catch. He went up and got that ball.
He got hit on his way down.
Got a good drive going here. Keep it going. Get a score.
So first down and 10 at the Montana State 43-yard line. Double tight end. Rittenhouse out of the pistol with Dawson in the backfield behind him. 3-step drop, throwing out pattern. Sopkowitz makes a diving attempt at the 31. They're going to say it hit the turf first. He trapped it. It's incomplete. Brings up second down and 10.
Tommy's been completing that pass all year.
That was underthrown a little bit, it looked like.
It was not a good throw at all. He was open. For Sopkowitz, that's an easy completion. And Tommy just has not been sharp. He's got to get relaxed and get sharp this second half.
So Scotty Preston's going to check out for Illinois State. It's Lord, Maylander, and Sopkowitz wide of the open side right. Second down and 10 at the Montana State 43. Rittenhouse give on a straight ahead run to Dawson, and he bounces off one tackle and finally gets knocked down at about the 41-yard line. I'm sorry, at the 37-yard line, excuse me. It's a 6-yard pickup. That's going to set up third down now at about 4 for Illinois State, who quickly breaks huddle. Rittenhouse deploys Sopkowitz wide left, trips to the open side right. Dawson stays in the backfield, lines up on the right hip of Rittenhouse. Now Tommy's going to change the play. 2 claps and a snap. Turns, hands off Dawson. Turns the corner left side, gets pushed out of bounds inside the 35, down to the 34, and that's enough to move the chains. Another Redbird Toyota first down. Visit your Peoria, Pekin, Bloomington Toyota dealers today. And Illinois State with a pretty impressive drive so far. Their first here in the third quarter, trailing by 14.
Got to just keep getting those first downs and eventually get a touchdown.
Ball left hash mark on first down and 10. Twin wide receivers either side. Tommy takes a snap, fakes a handoff, rolls against the grain to his left, and throws at the feet of Javon Charles, incomplete to bring up second down. As we head back downstairs, Illinois Ford dealer Sideline Report with Craig Birchie.
The good thing is we're seeing the Victor Dawson that we saw against Villanova. He is running with great physicality and really dishing out the punishment as he finishes his runs. I asked him, but as we went into the locker room, is there a lot of chirping out there? He's like, yeah, they're doing a lot of drawing, and there's a little extracurricular stuff happening. He had that focused, angry look in his eyes that's really coming to fore here.
Dawson has 98 yards rushing. He's been over 103 straight playoff games. Rittenhouse back to pass. Pocket collapses. He's going to roll right-hand side, throwing downfield. Sopkowitz hand fighting on the right sideline. Penalty markers fly.
Finally.
As Seth Johnson, the redshirt freshman cornerback out of Frisco, Texas,
grabbed him.
was trying to cover Sopkowitz up the right sideline.
Number 9, defense.
And
15
Johnson,
yards from the previous spot. It carries an automatic first down.
Johnson gets whistled for that pass interference call, and that's going to give the Birds a first down via penalty, a 15-yard mark-off. And Illinois State now staring at first down and 10 from the Montana State 18-yard line. They place it down to the left hash mark. Seth Glatz comes into the ball game. Maylander wide right. Sopkowitz and Lord short side left. Seth Glatz sidecar right. Now Dylan Lord in motion left to right. Clapping the snap to Tommy. Back to pass. Has a clean pocket. Throws over the middle, and a diving attempt is incomplete. Dylan Lord was open about 3 yards deep in the center of the field in the end zone, and Tommy just sailed that pass a little bit too far out of his outstretched fingertips.
He was high again. He's been high all afternoon, all evening.
So that's going to bring up second down and 10 now for Illinois State. They trail by 2 scores at 14, 21-7.
That's the Montana crowd you hear, folks. They're really loud. Illinois State's in the red zone.
Twin wide receivers either side for Rittenhouse. Glatz on the right-hand side of Tommy in the backfield. Montana State bluffing pressure. High snap, turns, gives to Glatz, tries to cut back, and he ran into his own man and is tripped up at about the 17-yard line. He ran back up the back leg of Javon Charles as he tried to turn the corner between the hash and the near side numbers, and that knocked him to the turf. So it's going to set up third down and 9 now for Illinois State. At the Montana State 17. Trips to the right, single receiver left. Now Tommy's going to change the play at the line of scrimmage. Look over toward the Redbird near sideline.
Well, I can't hear him. I don't know. With this crowd.
Rittenhouse surveys, takes a snap, straight drop, back to pass, has time. Maylander makes a catch at the 5-yard line on a little crossing route. It's a pickup of 12, and the Birds now first down and goal to go from the Montana State 5. That's a big-time pass and catch as Maylander makes his first reception of the night.
Getting much better protection now from the offensive line than they did in the first half. Much better.
So first down and goal to go for Illinois State. They trail at 21-7. Just under 8 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
Scotty's in the ball game. They might throw it to him.
Sopkowitz and Maylander. Twin wide receivers left, double tight end. Rittenhouse back to pass. Pressure coming, rolling out to his right. He surveys, tucks and runs. Gets to the 5 and dives. Angles out of bounds at about the 2-yard line. We'll see where they mark this. Pretty good pickup by Tommy with his cleats to pick up positive yardage after the pocket collapsed. He picks up 3, brings up second down and goal to go from the 2 in Montana State territory.
I'd like to see him bring Dawson back in the ball game here. They're bringing all the big guys in. Bring Dawson in, let him run out. He carry him into the end zone.
Seth Glatz, the single back to the right-hand side of Tommy as he breaks huddle. Double tight ends to the left-hand side of the formation. Tommy out of the gun, takes a snap. Fakes a handoff on an option pitch, and he goes between the hash and the far side numbers. He got hit and taken to the turf down at the 1. It's going to be a short pickup, set up third down and goal to go now for Illinois State. At the Montana State 1 as Dawson comes in to replace Seth Glatz in the Redbird backfield. 6:49 to play third quarter. Birds trail at 21-7. Third down and goal to go from the Montana State 1. Tommy Rittenhouse sets up in the pistol with Dawson behind him. Flap of the snap. Fakes a handoff, throwing left side. Sopkowitz not down. Pass interference is called. And once again, it's going to be against Seth Johnson. As the Birds used a play fake through to the left-hand side. Sopkowitz got knocked down by Johnson. Penalty markers fly, and if that's pass interference, it's going to be an automatic first down and half the distance, so they'll line this up at about the half-yard line.
Well, their game plan is to mug Sopkowitz. They don't care if they get called.
Number 9, defense. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. Includes an automatic first down.
So it's first down and goal to go now for Illinois State from the Montana State half-yard line. It's inside the 1. Fresh set of downs for the white-clad Birds, who trail it by 14.
Tommy's not a sneaker, but they're not even going up under.
Montana State with a 6-man front. Sopkowitz in motion left to right. Rittenhouse takes a snap, play action, throws backside of the end zone. Preston makes a one-handed catch, but he was out of bounds.
Overthrew it again, though. He's too high.
That pocket collapsed really quick. That was a timing play, and boy, Montana State kind of blew the offensive line back, and Tommy had to get rid of that football. So second down and goal to go from inside the 1 for Illinois State.
Well, Dawson off the left guard is the best play they got.
Single receiver left is Sopkowitz. Dawson in the pistol behind Tommy. Tommy takes a snap, straight ahead run, and Dawson is swallowed up back at the 1-yard line. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but there was not a hole to be found for Victor Dawson.
He went to the right. They got to run this to the left, right behind London Woodard.
So let's see what offensive coordinator Tony Peterson can draw up here. Birds, after the pass interference call, first down and goal to go from the Montana State 1. It's now third down and goal to go from the 1. Sopkowitz, single receiver left. Maylander, single receiver right. Ball right, hash mark out of the pistol. Tommy takes a snap, turns, hands off. Victor Dawson, he's hit at the 1, dropped. The ball might have come loose. Illinois State, I believe, recovered in the end zone.
Touchdown.
And they're going to call a touchdown. That ball popped free, and Logan Brassfield dove on it on the loose ball in the end zone, and Illinois State has their second touchdown of the night, but I would think they're going to go upstairs to take a look at this one.
Ruling on the field is a fumble into the end zone, recovered by the offense. The ruling on the field is a touchdown. The previous play is under further review.
So they're going to go upstairs and take a look at this one. And this official review brought to you by Kanowski Bresney, your local personal injury and workers' compensation attorneys. With over $500 million recovered, they get their worth. Visit them online at kbinjurylaw.com.
Well, they had a good drive, and they did exactly what they had to do. Get the stop on the kick, on the kickoff, and then the offense come out and score. So now you got a 7-point game. You can win this ball game
if it's not overturned.
Yeah.
And we, due to the power outage here on the press box side here at First Bank Stadium, we no longer have a monitor that's working in our booth, and they're not playing a replay of that fumble by Dawson at the goal line that was recovered by Brassfield for a touchdown on the field. So we have not gotten a second look at this. Let's head downstairs.
After further video review, the ruling on the field of a touchdown is upheld.
So it is a touchdown, and Logan Brassfield has his first touchdown for Illinois State.
The only thing could be is if his knee was down before he fumbled.
Let's head back downstairs. Illinois Ford Dealer Charlotte Report with Craig Birchie.
Well, the question is, did Victor break the plane with the nose of the ball, which he might very well have before the ball came loose, as the Bobcats swatted it away and Brassfield fell on it. So I don't know what the official score will be on that. But either way, it's a touchdown for the Redbirds and a huge swing here.
A huge opportunity for Illinois State there. They drove the field. Logan Brassfield recovers a fumble in the end zone. Michael Cosentino on for the point after touchdown, and it is dead red. And this is a 7-point ball game for the national championship with 5:32 to go in the third quarter. So Logan Brassfield, his first touchdown in a Redbird uniform, brought to you by Hy-Vee, a proud supporter of Illinois State Redbird football. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Illinois State goes 85 yards in 17 plays and took 7 minutes and 32 seconds to score. That is your Heller Store scoring drive summary, brought to you by Heller Ford, Heller Chevrolet, GMC, and Heller Motors. With a car shopping worth the drive, shop them online today at hellerstores.com. Redbird fans looking for a place to unwind before or after the game, head on over to Rob Dobbs, 801 North Hershey Road in Bloomington. Rob Dobbs can provide a first-class dining experience for the whole family, from a casual lunch to an elegant dinner. and even breakfast on both Saturday and Sundays beginning at 8 a.m. Rob Dobbs, 801 North Hershey Road in Bloomington, and a proud partner of Redbird football. 5:32 to go, third quarter here in Nashville, Tennessee. The FCS National Championship game. Our count to the McDonald's scoreboard. Montana State 21, Illinois State 14. Back in a moment. This is Illinois State Redbird football on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Planning a wedding or special event? Celebrate in style at DoubleTree by Hilton Bloomington. With elegant event spaces, expert planners, and award-winning catering, your big day will be unforgettable. From intimate gatherings to grand celebrations, we handle every detail so you can focus on making memories. Book your tour today at DoubleTree by Hilton Bloomington, where the little things mean everything.
Fans for over 60 years, Illinois State Credit Union has proudly served the Bloomington Normal community. For all your financial needs, give them a call today, 309-451-8400, or visit them online at itsmycu.org. 5:32 to go, third quarter here in Nashville, the FCS National Championship game. Montana State 21, Illinois State 14. Birds cap an 85-yard drive that took 7.5 minutes. Victor Dawson fumbles the football into the end zone at the goal line. It's recovered by Logan Brassfield. Johnny on the spot. And the Birds pull back within 7 as Matt Maldonado tees it up.
I'm not sure they should kick this to Taco Dollar back there. I think he should kick across to that other guy.
Jabez Woods back deep to receive along the near side hash at the goal line. Maldonado with the approach, swings the right foot, high end over and kick. It's going to be taken by Woods at the 1, up the left hash to the 10, cuts left 15, 20, steps through a tackle, 25, 30, into the open field, and finally knocked down at the 35-yard line by Matt Maldonado, the kicker, who had to come up and make the final hit on Jabez Woods. After a 33-yard return, and it puts Montana State in good field position here. First down and 10. Their first drive of the third quarter to open the second half resulted in a punt. Birds able to take advantage, go 85 yards to get within one score. And that's where we stand right now. 21-14, Birds trail by 7. Justin Lamson, the quarterback from Montana State, 13 of 16, 234 yards passing. On first down, a play fake, rolling to his right, throws underneath, and the pass is batted down out of the sky by Patrick Bauer. Got his left paw on it to knock it to the turf, incomplete, second down and 10.
Wow, nice play. Almost impossible to contain that guy out of Illinois State's base defense. It's just it's impossible. You got to do what he did right there, knock it down.
So second down and 10 from the 36-yard line. Montana State moving left to right in this third quarter of play. Lamson with trips to the right-hand side, gets his tight end Lencioni in motion. Now lines up as an H-back on the right-hand side of the formation. Straight drop for Lamson. Throws over the middle and incomplete. A diving attempt made by Chris Long, but he led him a bit too much, and it's going to bring up third down for Montana State, third down and 10.
Dexter got pressure. Illinois State got some pressure. They put the two freshmen in this time. Well, they put one of them in. It's Dexter Niekamp from that weak side.
And the Illinois State fan base that has made the trip to Nashville comes to their feet on this third down. Third down and 10. Montana State 2 of 4 on third down today. Lamson in an empty set. Takes a belt high snap. Looks left. Throws left. Wide open. Pass is caught by Jabez Woods at the 37-yard line.
All out blitz and didn't get there.
I'm sorry, at the 43-yard line in Redbird territory. And that's going to be a pickup of 19 yards and a Montana State first down. Lamson had plenty of time on that toss. Through to the left side, and Woods was open as Woods makes his second catch of the night.
All out blitz, and they did not get there. That's not good.
Now on first down, Lamson on a keeper, running between the hashes, 35-30, and finally tripped up inside the 30-yard line and all the way down to the 24-yard line. So it's a 19-yard pickup for the quarterback, Justin Lamson, with his feet, the Stanford transfer. The Big Sky newcomer of the year moves the chains for Montana State. First down and 10. So the Bobcats look to answer in a 7-point game. 21-14, Montana State with the lead. 4-14. Now they move the line of scrimmage back to the 26. In Redbird territory, first down and 10. Ball between the hashes. Lamson clapping the snap, hands off Jones and a cutback, and he gets smothered down at about the 21-yard line after about a 5-yard pickup for Adam Jones, the running back. Travis Jones with a stop for Illinois State. They'll mark him down to the 22-yard line, so a 4-yard pickup for Jones. Brings up second down and 6 now for Montana State with 3:39 to play in this third quarter.
It's become a quarterback show, though. This is very similar to Youngstown State. The one guy making all the yardage, either pass or run, is the quarterback.
Lamson gets Taco Dollar in motion, left to right. Comes back to his left, gets a handoff and a jet sweep. Cuts inside, 15, still on his feet, 10. Works up the left hash, 5 into the end zone. Touchdown, Montana State. You talked about it in the pregame show. They got Taco Dollar in motion, handed off on the jet sweep. And he went the rest of the way. He broke a couple of arm tackles to do so, and Montana State regains a 2-score lead. 27-14 with 3:18 to go in this third quarter.
He may be the best athlete on this field, though, altogether. That guy makes some moves that I haven't seen. I mean, he just makes people miss.
So Miles Sandstead on for the point after touchdown. This will be his 4th attempt of the night. Kobe Froker is a holder. Snap, spot, kick is up, and the kick is true for Miles Sandstead, and Montana State takes a 28-14 lead on Illinois State with 3:18 to go in this third quarter here in Nashville. Redbird football brought to you by Bloomington Meats for the best selection and best prices in the Twin Cities. Make the drive to 2401 Bunn Street for Bloomington Meats, the best meat on Bunn Street, and proud partners of Redbird football. Timeouts on the field. We'll step out. 3:18 to go. Third quarter here in Nashville. Our count on the McDonald's scoreboard: Montana State 28, Illinois State 14. Back in a moment. You're listening. Illinois State Redbird postseason football presented by Toyota on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Jan from Toyota here, reminding you Toyota-thon is on. Make your holiday wishes come true with the new Camry, RAV4, Tacoma, and more. All right, let's sing it together this time. Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon is
Dealer
on.
inventory may vary. Toyota-thon ends January 5th. See your participating dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Redbird fans, it's crunch time, and so are Jimmy John's Toasted Subs. Hot, melty, and packed with flavor. They're the MVP of game day eats. Plus, with freaky fast delivery, you won't miss a single play. Get your subs delivered to your couch, your dorm, even your tailgate. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh, freaky toasty. Your game day win every time.
Redbird fans, download the McDonald's app to start earning free food and great game day deals on all your faves in the app. You can also order ahead and save time in line. Download the McDonald's app today. McDonald's, a proud partner of Redbird football. 3:18 to go, third quarter. Montana State takes a 2-score lead once again, 28-14. The lead for the Bobcats over Illinois State as Kobe Froker has it teed up the north end of First Bank Stadium at the 35-yard line, just inside the right hash.
3rd and 10, though, had the Illinois State defense had him 3rd and 10. Let them, and that's what's happened to us a lot.
Short kick is going to be taken by Chris Taylor at the 7, between the hash and the numbers. Spin move at the 20, and he got absolutely stapled to the turf on a big-time hit. Just shy of the 20-yard line of the 19, and that's where the Birds will start first down and 10 as we head back downstairs. Illinois Ford Dealer Shotgun Report. Here's Craig Birchie.
And, Taco Dollar. Wow. Just a dynamic playmaker out there. And again, when you get him in space, he is really hard to identify and then bring down because he's just so quick, sudden. It's a good way to describe it. Huge drive now for the Redbirds. They need to answer this one. You can't let Montana start building on points here.
Victor Dawson, 99 rushing yards for Illinois State. He's in the backfield, first down. Rittenhouse under pressure, throws complete across the middle. Javon Charles makes the catch. He gets tabletop to the 30, but holds on to the football out to the 31-yard line, and that's a pickup of 12 yards on the passing catch from Tommy Rittenhouse to Javon Charles, his second catch of the night. And the Birds with another Redbird Toyota first down. Visit your Peoria, Pekin, Bloomington Toyota dealers today. Eddie Casper, Daniel Sopkowitz, wide to the left-hand side for Rittenhouse. Works out of the gun, takes a waist-high snap, fakes a handoff, swings it out in the flat, caught by Casper, turns upfield 35, gets through a man, and is finally stacked up just shy of the 40-yard line. Taki Ulu Ilekepa makes the stop, the sophomore out of Provo, Utah.
Good job, John. This team, though, is playing very inspired football. Montana State has been really playing physical football. Illinois State's matching them pretty good here. They just got to keep getting first down.
So a 5-yard pickup on the second catch of the night for Eddie Casper. Second down and 5, Illinois State. Play fake. Rittenhouse rolls right, throws underneath, caught by Dawson. Right hash, 35 up to the 40, and tripped up across the 40 out to the 43-yard line. It's going to be an 8-yard pickup and a Redbird Toyota first down, as Bryce Grebe, the Will linebacker, came over to make the hit. So Birds continuing to move the chains with a short passing game and some solid runs by Victor Dawson. First down and 10, 94 seconds and a twisting third quarter clock.
That's in for Dawson.
Illinois State trails by 14. Ball right hash mark. Rittenhouse on a straight drop. Fires it out, left flat, caught by Glatz. Starts right, comes back left, and an open field tackle is made by Gray at the 41-yard line, and Glatz had nowhere to go to escape the on-charging Caden Gray, the nickelback out of Arlington, Texas.
Glatz doesn't look like the same receiver, though, that he did before. Usually he'd catch that ball and head straight up the field. Now he's dancing a little bit, and you can't get away.
So a 2-yard loss for Illinois State on that passing catch from Rittenhouse to Glatz. Second down and 12. Ball at the 42-yard line in Redbird territory, moving right to left. Glatz stays in the backfield. Rittenhouse takes a snap, turns, hands off Glatz, has a hole, puts his head down, gets across midfield, and gets some extra yardage out to the 46-yard line in Montana State territory. It's a 14-yard pickup for Seth Glatz on a little counter run, and he went right past the first tackling attempt. And Glatz moves the chains for the Birds, a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 at the Montana State 46.
They've been continuing to get the good side on the left side, good yardage on the left side.
Glatz stays in the backfield, ball left hash mark on first and 10. Rittenhouse, play fake, drops back, pressure coming, steps up, out of it, still on his feet, he's going to tuck and run. 45-40, and he dives to a stop just inside the 40-yard line. That ball was doomed. That play was doomed from the start.
Right.
And Tommy Rittenhouse made something out of absolutely nothing as he picks up 6 yards with his cleats. And that's going to be the final play of our third quarter here in Nashville. They put 15 minutes on the clock and 15 minutes left to decide this FCS national title. Our count to the McDonald's scoreboard: Montana State 28, Illinois State 14, with the Birds driving. Stay with us. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Redbird postseason football presented by Toyota on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Life is worth enjoying, and Avanti's is perfect for enjoying every moment. You bring the family, friends, laughter, smiles, and Avanti's will serve you the taste of tradition. And we'll clean up the dishes, too. Gather in our dining room with family and friends for Italian home cooking. For big celebrations, Avanti's banquet room fits graduation, retirement, baby showers, or birthdays. Celebrate big and small at your local Avanti's, because life is worth enjoying every moment.
At the home of the gondola, Avanti's.
We all have a mission in life, something that drives us to explore, to grow, to love. And when we discover it, we're made whole. At OSF Healthcare, we want you to be the best you possible. We're here for you on your schedule to make your life just a little bit easier. Whatever your mission is, we're here to support it. Your life, our mission. Learn more at osfhealthcare.org/mission.
The voice of the Illinois State Redbirds. WJBC Bloomington Normal, AM 1230 and FM 102.1, a Cumulus Media station.
3 quarters are in the books for this FCS national title game. And Montana State leads Illinois State 28-14. Birds driving. Here as we get set to start the 4th quarter, taking a look at our 3rd quarter stats, brought to you by Virtus Financial Group. Montana State with the edge in total offense, 359 to 313. Bobcats have passed for 255 and run for 104. Illinois State 185 through the air and 128 on the ground. Birds now 4 of 9 on 3rd downs. Montana State 3 for 5. Justin Lamson, 14 of 19, 255 and a touchdown. He's also run for 2. Tommy Rittenhouse, 23 of 34, 185 and a touchdown pass for Illinois State. Those are your 3rd quarter stats, brought to you by Virtus Financial Group. With Virtus, it's never just about numbers. It's about walking with you to build a life of clarity, courage, and abundance. Together, we align your resources with the future you've always imagined. Call 309-473-9991. That's 309-473-9991. Or visit thevirtusfg.com. So 15 minutes for the 2025 campaign are on the clock. 28-14, Montana State with the lead as we get set to start this 4th quarter. Birds will move left to right here in the final 15 minutes of the campaign. FCS national title tilts. Birds looking to pull back within a score. Tommy Rittenhouse breaks a little ahead of a 2nd down and 4. Takes a shotgun snap, turns, hands off. Victor Dawson off left side. Gets upended and dropped at the 36-yard line. He picks up the 4 he needed, and that's going to move the chains on the Redbird Toyota first down. Visit your Peoria, Beacon, Bloomington Toyota dealers today.
Montana State's safeties have really played well in this ball game, coming up and filling hard and hitting Dawson very hard. Dawson, it's a good game because he's licking them back, but they're really filling hard.
Dawson now over 100 yards for the 4th consecutive playoff game for Illinois State. First down and 10 from the Montana State 36. Rittenhouse takes a chest-high snap, fakes a handoff, rifles the screen out to the left side, caught by Casper, starts left, cuts back right, and dives to the 30-yard line. He gets down just inside the 30, and that's a 6-yard passing catch from Tommy Rittenhouse to Eddie Casper. Eddie makes his 3rd catch of the night and sets up a 2nd down at about 4 now for Illinois State.
They're not going to kick down here, John. They got to get a touchdown.
I'm not so sure they're going to try a field goal for the rest of this unless there's about 1 second on the clock and a tie game in the 4th.
There you go.
28-14, Birds trail it by 14. First down and 2nd down and 4 from the Montana State 29. Dawson, a little pensive run, and the hole never opened, and he paid for it as he got driven back. Colton Petrie, a strong safety, came up to make the stop on Dawson. It's going to be no gain, bring up 3rd down and a 4 for Illinois State.
But there's no hole on this right side at all. That was right over that was the defensive tackle plugging up that hole over the right guard, and there's nothing there. And the strong safeties, the safeties are doing a great job of filling.
Birds are 4 for 9 on 3rd down tonight. As the Montana State crowd comes to their feet. Rittenhouse deploys twin wide receivers right, single receiver left. 3rd down and 4. Rittenhouse, 2-step drop, swings it out in the flat. Dawson makes the catch, stays on his feet, hunts for the first down marker, and I believe he got it. They're going to give him the first down as he is knocked out of bounds. The 26-yard line got just enough to move the chains. Another Redbird Toyota first down, and that's some really hard running by Victor Dawson right there.
Tremendous yards after catch there. He was hit. Most guys would have been down for about a 2 yard, less than that. He made the first down.
So first down and 10 for the Birds from Montana State 26. Twin wide receivers either side for Rittenhouse. He's going to change the play at the line of scrimmage. Victor Dawson, the single back to the left. Play fake. Back to pass. Clean pocket. Now Rittenhouse rolls out to his right. Looking downfield and just throws it out of bounds as a hit came from Seth Johnson. Rittenhouse took the hit, got rid of the football, an incomplete pass to bring up 2nd down and 10. That's a dangerous play right there for Tommy.
Wow.
As he was out all alone in that right flat.
Wow. Their secondary, Seth Johnson, I think, is one of their freshmen. Yeah, redshirt freshmen. These kids, their secondary is probably about as good a hitters as
very good
seen.
hitters, absolutely.
Yeah, very, very, very good hitters. Very, very physical in the secondary.
So 2nd down and 10 now for Illinois State as Rittenhouse breaks the huddle. Sopkowitz and Casper. Now Casper in motion left to right. So twins to the right. Rittenhouse the clap and the snap. Back to pass. Looks right. Rifles right. And he overthrew Eddie Casper and completed the 22-yard line. We have penalty markers down back behind the line of scrimmage at the 30. And Tommy has gotten hit on 2 consecutive plays as the pressure collapsed on him before he got rid of that football to Eddie Casper. And Tommy a little bit shaken right now.
It's over the left tackle position.
Personal foul. Hands to face. Number 36. Defense. Penalty is after this to the goal and includes an automatic first down.
So that's a huge penalty in favor of the Birds right there. Personal foul, hands to the face, called against Montana State. And that's going to move the Birds inside the Chick-fil-A red zone. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for Illinois State at the Montana State 13. 12:15 to play 4th quarter. Birds trail at 28-14. Tommy's going to deploy trips to the right-hand side. Ball left hash mark. Victor Dawson single back to the left of Tommy. Takes a snap, turns, hands off Dawson. Hunting for space between the hashes, dives across the 10, gets close to the 9-yard line. It's going to be a 3, maybe a 4-yard pickup for Dawson on 1st down. They give him 4, set up 2nd down and 6.
Their safeties are filling so fast. He read that thing long. If that could have been a play action pass, it'd be a touchdown if you just run the slant to the wide receiver here. They're filling like crazy on Dawson.
Sopkowitz wide to the left-hand side. Ball rests between the hashes in a tight formation here. Dawson stays in the backfield. Clap to Rittenhouse. Spins. Hands off Dawson. Moving the pile up along the left seam. And gets knocked down just shy of the 6-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd down and 2.
So it's going to be 3rd and 2. Birds need to get to the 4 for a fresh set of downs.
Well, they're bringing Scotty in. You know what that means. They're probably going to throw a play action pass here.
So a huge 3rd down for the Birds, trailing by 2 scores. Illinois State 5 for 10 on 3rd down. 11:07 and a twisting 4th quarter clock. 3rd down the long 2. Out of the pistol now. Rittenhouse takes a snap. Hands off, Victor Dawson, straight ahead run, and he lunges down to about the 3, and he's going to be awfully close to the marker. They have not moved the chains as of yet, and they're going to say he's short.
The runner was short of the line again.
They're going to say his knee went down, and he's going to be about 1.5 feet shy of the yard to gain. The offense is going to stay on the field.
Here comes Scotty.
4th down and less than a yard for Illinois State, who trails at 28-14, 10:27 to go, 4th quarter. To keep it on the ground here, Coach?
You know what? I think he's going to play extra pass to Scotty myself.
And Illinois State, I think, is going to talk about it first.
Timeout.
And Illinois State's going to burn their first timeout here in the second half. And that's going to turn to immediate timeout, so we will step out as well. Redbird fans, count on Heartland Bank for local decisions and personal service. Join today. Visit hbtbank.com. That's hbtbank.com. Heartland Bank, member FDIC. 10:17 to play 4th quarter here in Nashville. FCS National Championship game. Our count on the McDonald's scoreboard. Montana State 28, Illinois State 14. Back in a moment. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Illinois State Redbird football on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Redbird Nation, in the market for a new vehicle? Mercedes-Benz of Bloomington Normal has you covered. Stop by today at 1430 Fort Jesse Road in Normal and ask about Redbird VIP pricing for all Illinois State University students, parents, teachers, alumni, and fans. That's Mercedes-Benz of Bloomington Normal on the northwest corner of Fort Jesse and Towanda in Normal. Visit them online at the BloomingtonNormalAutomall.com. Mercedes-Benz of Bloomington Normal, proud partners of Redbird Athletics.
Denny's Donuts and Bakery has been a loyal Redbird supporter for over 50 years. When it comes to the competition, no one comes close to the taste of one of their fresh-made donuts. Yum! They're great for your next school or church function, or even just to enjoy at home. Stop in and pick up yours at Denny's Donuts and Bakery, located at 1107 South Main Street in Bloomington. Denny's Donuts and Bakery and Redbird football, a winning combination.
10:17 to go, fourth quarter here in Nashville, Tennessee. The FCS National Championship game. Montana State, a 28-14 lead on Illinois State. Birds facing a 4th down and 1 from the Montana State 4 as they look to get in the end zone and pull back within 1 score. As we head back downstairs, Illinois Ford dealers sideline report. Here's Craig Birchie.
We kind of thought it may have been a questionable spot, maybe a half yard short, but no apparent review, so we'll see what the Redbirds do here. Will they keep it on the ground? I mean, it's just been so difficult to run inside. You know, Brott is the big plugger for Montana State, and he is an All-American for a reason, and he's done the job in the middle today.
Yeah, Paul Brott has been outstanding at defensive tackle, and Birds have found very tough sledding for the most part between tackles and the offensive runs. Victor Dawson is over 100 yards. He's got 112 on the ground today.
They took Scotty out of the lineup, so that play action pass is probably out. They're probably going to run the football.
Maylander wide to the left, Lord slot left. Tommy Rittenhouse against a 6-man Montana State front on 4th down and less than a yard. Clap to Rittenhouse, looks right, throws right into the end zone. Sopkowitz high points the football into the nest. Touchdown, Illinois State. The Birds faked everybody out. Daniel Sopkowitz out left. Seth Johnson to the right side of the end zone. And Illinois State is back within 28-20 with 10:13 to go here in the 4th quarter in the Music City.
The key to this game now is the defense, when they get them to 3rd and 10, they've got to get a stop. And if you're going all-out blitz, you've got to get some pressure. They got absolutely none the last time. That was the difference in that drive.
Michael Cosentino on for the point after. Snap, spot, kick is up, and the kick is dead red for Cosentino, and the Birds are back within 7 as Daniel Sopkowitz takes his 19th touchdown reception of the campaign, the 41st in his illustrious career. And that Redbird touchdown brought to you by Hy-Vee, a proud supporter of Illinois State Redbird football. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Our Heller Store scoring drive summary. Birds go 81 yards in 15 plays. Took 8 minutes and 1 second off the clock. And it was capped by Tommy Rittenhouse finding Daniel Sopkowitz from 4 yards out with the top of the score at 10:13 in the 4th quarter. That is your Heller Store's scoring drive summary, brought to you by Heller Ford, Heller Chevrolet GMC, and Heller Motors. With a car shopping worth the drive, shop them online today at hellerstores.com. 10:13 to play, 4th quarter here in Nashville. Birds back within 7. Our count to the McDonald's scoreboard: Montana State 28, Illinois State 21. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Illinois State Redbird postseason football, presented by Toyota on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon is on. Oh, what fun it is to drive a new Toyota today. Hey, Jan from Toyota here, reminding you Toyota-thon is on. Make your holiday wishes come true with a new Camry, RAV4, Tacoma, and more. All right, let's sing it together this time. Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon is
Dealer inventory may vary. Toyota-thon ends January 5th. See your participating dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Shouldn't have.
Don't touch that dial. You are tuned into Whiffles Country WYFF, the station that's been family-owned and fiercely independent for almost 80 years. No nonsense, just common sense and chart-topping corn hybrids coming to farm gates all over the Central Corn Belt. Stay tuned for more Whiffles Country hits like She Thinks My Colonel's Sexy, I Got 99 Problems But Yield Ain't One, and Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Sell Soybeans. Thanks for listening, and remember to keep it independent with Whiffles Hybrids.
Fans, listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on Sirius XM, College Sports Radio Channel 84, and streaming on the Sirius XM app. 10:13 to play. Fourth quarter here in Nashville, the FCS National Championship game. Birds back within 7 as they go 81 yards in 15 plays. 28-21, Montana State with the lead. John Fitzgerald, Ted Schmitz, Craig Birchie alongside here in Nashville. Blake Haas is back at our network studios in Bloomington. Matt Maldonado has it teed up on the north end, 35, end over end kick. Jabez Woods makes the catch at the 3, middle of the field, 15, 20, 25, and spun down to a stop across the 25 at the 27-yard line, and that's where Montana State's going to start. First down and 10 with a 7-point lead as we head back downstairs. Illinois Ford Dealers Sideline Report. Craig Birchie. And Craig, this is all on the defense at this point. They desperately need a stop right now.
Well, they need to go back to their first defensive series of the second half. That's what this Redbird defense needs to do right now. They looked outstanding in that first series. The second series, not so much. Montana State marched right down the field on them. So we'll see what adjustments Travis Niekamp made.
So first down and 10 on the give. Julius Davis on the first down run, takes it up the left seam, jumps over a tackle and gets pulled down at the 35-yard line. So it's going to be an 8-yard pickup on first down for the former Wisconsin transfer Julius Davis, who was fourth in the Big Sky Conference, a team high 1,100 yards coming into play today. He, as a matter of fact, had 6 carries for 37 yards back in 2022 against the Birds up in Madison. Davis gets a handoff, and it's going to be a false start called against Montana State before the snap of the football on this second down and 2.
False start, number 64, offense. 5-yard penalty, second down.
So Burke Mastel, their 6'4" junior left guard, who was second team all Big Sky Conference, gets whistled for a false start there.
Dexter Niekamp back in the ball game at the Jack linebacker spot. A little more physical.
That sets up second down and 7. Lamson takes a chest high snap, back to pass, has a clean pocket, now collapses, rolling out to his right, buying some time, throwing downfield, just gets rid of it, throws it about 3 yards deep into the seats behind the Redbird bench.
2 guys had good pressure that time now. They did not need to blitz. Dexter was the last guy, but before that, Christian Lorenzo was there also.
So here's a third down and 7 for this Illinois State defense. Here we go.
This is the one. They're going with their overload defense. They had success with this earlier. Let's have a good one here now. You don't have to blitz out of this.
Tight formation for Montana State. They're 3 of 5 on third down tonight. Birds with a 5-man front.
Changed.
Jones now the running back in the backfield. Lamson takes the snap. Penalty markers fly. And they're going to blow this play dead. Mason Kaplan pointing over toward the Montana State side. This penalty might be against the Bobcats.
Yeah, he was blitzing.
False start.
Another false start.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
So a 5-yard mark-off against Montana State. That's going to move the line of scrimmage back to the 25-yard line and set up third down and 12 now for the Bobcats of Montana State.
It'll be a quarterback play here now. They're going to rely on him, and they're probably going to go to Taco.
Now they spread out the offense. Twin wide receivers either side. Birds with pressure. It's going to be a free play as the Birds jump. Lamson's going to go downfield. Taco Deller, and he overthrew him incomplete. But the Birds jumped. And a smart play by Lamson, trying to go with the deep ball to Taco Deller on a free play after the Birds. Going to get called for encroachment here.
Yeah, Illinois State was offsides.
Offside. Defense, number 46. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, third down.
Birds brought the house on that 3rd down and 12. Niekamp and Kaplan were both over the line of scrimmage, so Montana State gets 5 more back, and now instead of 3rd down and 12, it's 3rd down and 7. Lamson's going to send trips to the open side right. Ball left hash mark. 3rd down and 7. Ball at their own 30. Montana State moving right to left with 9:10 to play. Lamson takes a snap. Pressure coming. Throws over the middle. It's incomplete. Shadwell Kuba with outstanding coverage on Chris Long as they try to drag Rod over the middle. And it's 4th down. And Illinois State with a huge defensive stand is going to force Montana State to punt it away.
Garrett Steffen was the man that time. He just beat his man and got good pressure on the quarterback. Hit him as he released the ball.
28-21, Montana State by 7. 9:07 to play.
Just make a fair catch back there, get the ball, come down, score.
Miles Sandstead takes a low snap, puts a right foot to it. Casper's gonna let it sail into the Illinois State bench as that went off the side of the foot for Sandstead. And we'll see where they mark this down. They have not spotted it as of yet.
40-yard line.
And it's gonna be outside of the 40 and I believe the 41-yard line, going to put it down right at the 40. So the Birds, with good field position, they will start this next drive at their own 40-yard line with 9:02 to play in this 4th quarter. Redbird fans, the Bloomington Normal Marriott is the perfect spot to host your next wedding, special event, or just enjoy a weekend in Bloomington Normal, offering spacious and flexible event space, as well as luxurious rooms and amenities right in the heart of Uptown Normal. The Bloomington Normal Marriott has everything you need to make your next event or stay a huge success. Bloomington Normal Marriott, dial them up 309-862-9000 or online at Marriott.com. 9:02 to play, 4th quarter here in Nashville. Our count to the McDonald's scoreboard. Montana State 28, Illinois State 21. Birds have it when we come back. You're listening to exclusive coverage from Illinois State Redbird postseason football presented by Toyota on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
Do you have a cough, fever, sore throat, or the flu? Head to OSF On-Call Urgent Care, where we know just what to do. We'll care for your minor illnesses and injuries with great speed and send you home with any treatments you might need. Walk in for care in Bloomington Normal from 8 to 8 each day, or make a reservation and be on your way. Visit osfoncall.org/urgent care today.
Birds take over, 1st down and 10 from their own 40, moving left to right in this 4th quarter. 28-21, Montana State with a 7-point lead. Rittenhouse on 1st down, dumps it, bubble screen over the middle, caught by Dawson, gets out to the 45, and he's knocked down at about the 46-yard line. Good hit in space by Neil Daly, the Will linebacker, redshirt junior out of Billings, Montana, and a better job by Tommy Rittenhouse to find the open receiver on a check down, and Victor Dawson. So the Birds pick up 6 on that 1st down, passing catch to Dawson. 2nd down and 4. Illinois State at their own 46. Twins to the open side left. Rittenhouse takes the belt high snap. Turns, gives to Dawson, running off left side. Spinning and turning. He gets close to about the 49-yard line. And it looks like he's going to be about a yard shy at the yard to gain. So 3rd down and 1 upcoming for Illinois State.
Pretty good war going on over there between that right defensive end and Jake Pope. They're really going at each other. It's been a good battle.
So Illinois State 5 for 11 on 3rd down. This is 3rd down and 1 with under 8 minutes to play. Birds trail it by 7. Dawson single back to the right. Rittenhouse play fake, swings it out right flank, caught by Lord across midfield and gets into Montana State territory where he's knocked down at the 44-yard line by Bryant Meredith. the free safety who came up to make the play along the Redbird sideline. The Birds move the chains, a fresh set of downs. A Redbird Toyota first down. Visit your Peoria, Pekin, Bloomington Toyota dealers today.
Stay hot.
So Birds first down and 10 from the Montana State 44. Illinois State trails 28-21. Dawson stays in the backfield. Twin wide receivers, short side, right, ball right hash mark against a four-man front. Tommy takes a snap, turns, hands off Dawson between the hashes, and he moves the pile up to about the 41-yard line. It's going to be a 3-yard pickup on first down, bring up second down and 7 for Illinois State.
They had one-on-one out there in the field. I thought was a good time for a little play-action pass. But Tommy's right. He's getting first downs is what he's doing. Eating up the clock, getting first downs, score. I think they'll go for 2 if they score, John.
Ball rush between the hashes. Sopkowitz and Lord. Off to the right. Lord lines up in the slot to the right-hand side of the formation. Rittenhouse on a straight drop. Looks right, throws right, wide open. Dylan Lord makes the catch, angles out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And a first down for Illinois State on a 17-yard passing catch from Tommy Rittenhouse to Dylan Lord.
Well, Lord's having a great night. It's because they're spending so much time covering on Sopkowitz, and Lord is responding. But what I don't like here is Victor Dawson's out of the ball game again. Now, Winker's right in the game. Let's see if he can pop one here for the end zone.
That's the 10th catch of the night for Dylan Lord. First down and 10 from the Montana State 26. Rittenhouse back to pass on first down, swings it out left side. Winker's right, dropped the football. As pressure coming in the flat, Carson Williams came in on coverage, and Winker's unable to hold on. Brings up second down and 10 now for Illinois State.
Winkers is not in football condition, be honest with you. You can tell it by watching him. He's quick. Everything's fine there. But, so he can run the ball. If he can pop one off that left tackle spot, he might go all the way.
Second down and 10 at the Montana State 26. Tight formation for the Birds, the right-hand side. Clapping the snap. Rittenhouse calls for it, gets it, turns, hands off Winkers, and he has nowhere to go up the right seam. Maybe got a yard to the 25-yard line. Clock turning, under 6 minutes to play here in this fourth quarter. It's going to bring up third down and 9 now for Illinois State.
That makes Scotty Preston back in the ball game. He's your slot receiver. He's the guy to get your first down here now.
5:40 to play, fourth down territory, Coach.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, without a doubt.
So Birds have 2 plays to get 9. Rittenhouse sends 2 wide receivers open side left. It's Maylander and Sopkowitz. Single receiver right is Lord. Tight into the left-hand side. Rittenhouse takes a low snap. Straight drop, back to pass. Over the middle, Dylan Lord makes a catch at the 20. Turns upfield 15. Spins off a tackle 10. Cuts to his right. Into the nest. Touchdown, Illinois State.
Wow. I'll tell you what, Winker's right did a lot, though. He blocked the blitzing linebacker there that saved that play. I'm telling you, that's why he's in the ball game.
Dylan Lord with his 11th catch of the night. This one, a touchdown. His 4th touchdown reception of the year from 25 yards out. And Michael Cosentino on for the point after touchdown. Looking to tie this game at 28. Futch, hold, snap, spot, kick is dead red. And after trailing 14-0, the Illinois State Redbirds have fought back to tie Montana State at 28 apiece in this national championship tilt with 5:10 to go in this fourth quarter.
Too much time to go for 2. I didn't think they'd score that fast, but they did, and you got to rely on your defense now to get a stop. They've been doing pretty good. They've been getting third and long a lot. You know who they have to defend. It's 2 guys, the quarterback and Taco.
Dylan Lord, his 4th touchdown reception of the year. That Redbird touchdown brought to you by Hy-Vee, a proud supporter of Illinois State Redbird football. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Birds go 60 yards in 8 plays. Our Heller Store scoring drive summary took 3:52 off the clock. And now with 5:10 to go, we have a brand new ball game, 28 apiece. Can the Birds get one more stop and get the football back here in regulation?
Hope they get a good cover here. This guy's been getting a little bit too much on the kick return. It'd be good if he could get. Remember early in the game he got a kick into the end zone, but he hasn't gotten it there since then.
Here's the approach by Maldonado. Spiraling kick. Jabez Woods going to take it at the 3 on the run, to the 5, to the 10, cuts back to his right 15, 20, and he's pulled down from behind across the 25 out to the 28-yard line. Now a little pushing and shoving taking place after the play, but they separate both bodies. And Montana State's going to start first down and 10 at the 28-yard line as we head back downstairs. Our Illinois Ford Dealer Sideline Report, Craig Birchie.
That touchdown by Dylan Lord means the Redbirds have scored 14 straight. Guys, the Redbirds are 12-1 this year when they have scored 14 or more consecutive points. Hopefully that looms large here, guys.
That's a great stat right there, Craig. Thank you very much. First down and 10. Taco Dollar in motion, left to right. Fakes a jet sweep. Lamson on a keeper, and he is met and stopped by Christian Lorenzo on a first down run attempt. He had nowhere to go. Lorenzo filled up that void and met the quarterback right after he crossed the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a gain of just a half yard for Justin Lamson and set up second down and 9 now for Montana State. Clock is down to 4:38. Tied at 28. Tight formation here. Twins to either side. Ball right hash mark. Adam Jones now on the backfield. Dane Steele in motion left to right. They're going to blow the whistle. And I believe Illinois State's saying that's a false start against Montana State. It is.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
So another 5-yard mark-off called against Montana State. It's going to move the line of scrimmage back to the 18-yard line at the right hash mark. At the 23-yard line right hash mark, excuse me. So second down and 14 now for the Bobcats.
18 Reed.
Down to 4:15 and a twisting fourth quarter clock. Twin wide receivers either side. Adam Jones, single back to the left of Lamson, who calls for the football, gets it, swings it out in the flat to Dollar, has some blockers, and is stood up by Dwyer and C.J. Irvin at the 25-yard line. And that's going to go down as a loss on the play. C.J. Richard came up and made the stop after Dwyer made the initial hit.
Good corner play also by number 1. He did a great job of forcing that thing back inside to Richard.
So 3:37 to play. 28-28. Third down and 13 for Montana State. Bobcats are 3 of 6 on third down. Jabez Woods in motion. Lines up as a slot to the left-hand side. Lamson back to pass. Plants, fires, throws, and the ball is deflected away, almost picked off, but it's incomplete. Shadwell Kuba had his hands on the football at the 45-yard line, and it's going to bring up fourth down, and the Birds are going to get it back with 3:18 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Well, we talk a lot about momentum. Illinois State has momentum. That's why they're playing like they are right now, John. They need just to make a fair catch here, get the ball, go down to score. They're really playing well. The field goal could win the game for you now.
So Miles Sandstead on to punt it away with 3:18 on the clock. Eddie Casper stands in single safety. Back at his own 34. And Illinois State, with some pressure, has forced a false start against Montana State. Now
Kuba's got to get out of there.
Kuba jarring a little bit with the wide receiver for Montana State.
That's been going on all night.
But his teammates got him out of the fracas, so it's going to set up fourth down and now 18 officially. Sandstead on to punt, back at his own 4. Casper's going to move up to his own 43 at the right hash. Good snap to Sandstead, puts the right foot to it. Spiraling kick. Eddie Casper on a back pedal at his 34. Running left, gets tripped up and dropped right at the 34. Tried to get some space outside of the numbers. The Birds are going to take over first down and 10 at their own 34-yard line in a tie game for the national championship with 3:09 to play. 28-28, the Birds of Montana State.
Kid got a heck of a punt off there. It really drove him back. Illinois State's got to continue to get some first downs. Go down to the 2-minute marker get your automatic timeout, then go down and get a score. Even if it maybe just go line up and try to get first downs until you get a field goal.
Birds do have 2 timeouts left, plus the 2-minute timeout. Open side right, trips, left hash mark, first down and 10 from the 34. Give us to Dawson, running off left side, and he gets pulled down from behind across the 35 out to the 36-yard line. Stop on the play for Montana State was Alec Eckhart, the 6'2 redshirt senior transfer out of Washington State, who made the stop up from his defensive tackle spot.
Yeah,
so a 3-yard pickup for Victor Dawson. Sets up second down and 7. From the 37 for Illinois State, Dylan Lord in motion. Settles in a slot to the left-hand side. Javon Charles H-back on the left-hand side. Rittenhouse calls for the football against the 4-man front. He has it. Throws over the middle. Dylan Lord wide open at the 40. Turns upfield 35-30. And inside the 30, where he spun down to the 28-yard line. And the Birds with a huge play. They're going to say Lord went down at the 30. And Dylan Lord, his 13th catch of the night, sets the Birds up first down and 10 from the Montana State 30-yard line with 2:01. And now that's going to take us to the 2-minute timeout here in the fourth quarter.
Well, I think they'll play to get the first downs here, John, and try to get a couple more and then cut a kick, because they got all their timeouts. They're going to probably use their timeouts to stop Illinois State.
2-minute timeout here in the fourth quarter in Nashville, Tennessee. Illinois State charging hard after trailing 14-0. They have now scored 14 unanswered to tie second-seeded Montana State 28-28. As we head back downstairs, Illinois Ford Dealer Sideline Report. Craig Birchie, can we ask for much more to the wire here?
Boy, this game is just unbelievable. You know, that it's just been a tale of two halves, really. In that first half belonged to Montana State, but ISU gave themselves a chance, hung around, got a touchdown at least, knowing that this team, I think the Redbirds have outscored their opponents 59-28 in the second half in the postseason. So this is a much more of a second half team. And who would have thought Daniel Sobkowitz's last game as a Redbird, you know, and Daniel's had a great game too, but the heir apparent in Dylan Lord would make his statement game today.
Dylan Lord, touchdown reception, his 4th of the year, 13 catches, a career high 151 yards receiving. And Illinois State now at the 30-yard line with a first down and 10 upcoming. 2 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. And 30 yards separating Illinois State from their first FCS national championship if they can poke it in here.
Wow, this is a great game. Now, Dylan Lord is
I'll tell you what, this one seems a little bit reminiscent of that game in Fargo about 4 weeks ago, does it not?
Exactly.
North Dakota State jumped out to an early 14-0 lead with some big plays. The Birds defense did enough to hold on and hang around, and the Birds with a flurry in the second half and won on a 2-point conversion. And will the script remain the same tonight?
Well,
here inside of a raucous First Bank Stadium with 2 passionate fan bases, absolutely being treated to a phenomenal college football game to put a cap on the 2025 campaign here in the national title tilt.
Couldn't have a better game. Could not have a better football game. Everybody in the country is blessed. Now Scotty Preston just went in the ball game, I believe, and you know, he's a key guy down here in the red zone. They're not quite in the red zone. They need another first down also to get a field goal for Constantino. He's not a strong leg guy, so they need to get down inside the 20.
Cosentino, 3 for 3 2 weeks ago in the semifinal win over Villanova. Those were his first 3 attempts in college for field goals, and as long as 35 that day. Here we go. After the 2-minute timeout, first down and 10. Ball at the 30-yard line. Left hash mark, Rittenhouse surveys the 4-man Montana State front. Takes the snap, gives to Victor Dawson, bounces off 1 tackle, keeps the legs going, and gets down to the 25-yard line between the hash and the left side number. It's going to be a 4-yard pickup and set up second down and 6 for Illinois State. And the Bobcats are going to burn their first timeout here in this second half. It'll be a 30-second timeout. So both ball clubs with 2 timeouts remaining at their disposal here for the final 154 of this national championship game as we head back downstairs. Illinois Ford Dealer Sideline Report. Craig, I wanted to ask you, offensively, it seems the offensive line has really kind of worn down Montana State, and the holes are a little bit better, and they're moving the line. Is that true in what you're seeing down there?
I would agree with that, as well as the physical running style of Vic Dawson has really helped. This Montana State defense looks a little shell-shocked right now. The Redbirds have just done a good job of managing the tempo, managing the line of scrimmage, and just kind of now getting to the point where the Redbirds can do whatever they want. And we'll see what happens on this second down.
Second down and 6 for the Birds. Ball left hash mark. Rittenhouse takes the snap. Turns Victor Dawson, and right on cue, Montana State plugs up the holes between the tackles. Dawson gets dropped to the 25-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 1. Montana State's going to burn a timeout. They have 1 left in this 28-28 tie. Clock stops with 1:50 to play in this fourth quarter, and the Birds facing a 3rd down and 5 when we resume play after this 30-second timeout. Redbird football brought to you by Rosalato Services. When it comes to floor care, Rosalato Services is your go-to local expert, whether it's commercial or residential. Concrete, epoxy, carpet, or hard floor surfaces, they've got you covered. Step up your floor game with Rosalato Services and enjoy a cleaner, fresher space. Contact them today at rosalatoservices.com. 1 minute and 50 seconds remain. Fourth quarter, tied at 28. Birds facing a 3rd down and 5. Illinois State 7-13 on 3rd down tonight. Victor Dawson, single back in the backfield to the right of Tommy Rittenhouse. Takes a shotgun snap, fakes a handoff. Rittenhouse running right, waits for a blocker, gets knocked down at about the 21-yard line. He's going to be a yard shy of the yard to gain. He needed the 20, and Rittenhouse got inside the 21 as they spot this one down. He's about a half a yard shy. What do you do here, Coach, with 1:28 to go?
Wow, let them call the timeout. Let it run down.
Clock continues to run down to 1:21 now. In a 28-28 tie, Birds facing a 4th and less than 1 from just outside the Montana State 20-yard line.
I might call a timeout if I'm Coach Spack here when it runs down to about 3 seconds.
Play clock is down to 3 right now.
Illinois State.
And Illinois State and Brock Spack are going to burn their second timeout here in the second half to stop the game clock at 63 seconds. 28-28. Birds 4th and less than a yard at the Montana State 21-yard line.
Clock to 1 minute 4 seconds.
They're going to add 1 second onto the game clock as we head back downstairs. Illinois Ford Dealer Sideline Report with Craig Birchie. And Craig, we're taking numbers. What do you do here?
I think you go for it. Tie ball game. You're going into a 10-mile-per-hour breeze. I did ask Michael Cosentino about it. He's like, that's no big deal. I'll kick the ball. It doesn't matter what hash it's on. I'll kick the ball. But, just to be comfortable here, it'd be great if you could get a first down and just continue chewing up this clock, and you're inside the 10 to kick a game-winning field goal, or better yet, score a touchdown and end this thing.
Michael Cosentino's 4th attempt at a field goal might decide a national title. This ball is going to be at the right hash from the 28-yard line. This will be a 38-yard kick for the right-footed Cosentino, who diligently measures his pre-kick snap. And the kick is blocked. Ball is picked up by Montana State, and they take it out to the 45-yard line in Redbird territory. And Montana State, with 57 seconds left, takes over in Redbird territory after the block kick attempt by Michael Cosentino.
I think it was a bad snap. It was low.
So Illinois State turned away on the field goal attempt, and now Montana State in a short field is going to take over. We have an injury timeout as an Illinois State player was knocked down in the scrum after the block kick. And I'm afraid that might be Scotty Presson. As he is helped up, and he's going to walk off to the Redbird sideline underneath his own power. So 57 seconds left in a short field for Montana State after the block kick.
I think Craig was right. I think Coach should have went for it. I really do. Even if you don't get it, which is half a yard, Dawson's the kind of guy that will drive a guy over a half a yard.
Miles Sandstead, the redshirt sophomore out of Alexandria, Minnesota, the field goal kicker for Montana State.
He's good.
Has a long of 48 this year, which would mean Montana State's got to get it to about the 30. This drive starts at the 45. First down and 10, 57 seconds left. Lamson takes the snap, rolls right, throws underneath, passes caught by the tight end. He gets inside the 40 and is smothered down to the 38-yard line. Dane Steele makes the catch. That's his second catch of the night. Montana State moving quickly. They have one timeout left. 38 seconds for the game. Tied at 28. Lamson with Adam Jones to his right. Takes a shotgun snap. He's going to draw, and he gets swallowed up by a host of Redbirds at the 43-yard line. Great penetration. Ty Niekamp, Garrett Steffen, and Travis Jones to pull down the Montana State quarterback.
Of the second half, 30 seconds.
And a timeout's going to be burned here to stop the clock with 28 ticks of the clock left. Montana State's going to use their final timeout. That could be key ahead of a second down and 2 here. Montana State, as we head back downstairs, Illinois Ford Dealer Shotgun Report, Craig Birchie, we talked about the wind for Michael Cosentino, which would mean Miles Sandstad's got about a 10-mile-an-hour wind to his back, kicking toward the north end zone. Is that correct?
Yeah, and in pregame warm-ups, Ted and I spotted him doing 51-yarders into the wind.
He hit him.
So he's getting very close. He's got the legs, so the Redbirds really need to contain this third down attempt here.
This is a big play.
So third down and 8. Montana State is 3 of 7 on third down. 28 seconds left. Ball right hash mark at the Redbird 43. Jabez Woods in motion, and it's a bad snap. He gets by Lamson. He picks it up at the 40, and he's pulled down all the way back at the 35 by C.J. Richard. And Illinois State's going to burn a timeout with 19 seconds left in a 28-28 tie. And that, I believe, is the third and final timeout for Illinois State.
It's like nobody wants to win this game.
Timeout, Illinois State. Third and final charge of the second half.
So the Birds do burn their final timeout here in the fourth quarter. Game is tied at 28. 19 seconds left to Montana State facing a 4th and 28. From now, their own 37-yard line after the bad snap. And I'm not sure, Craig, if Lamson got that snap before he called for it, or if he just took his eyes off it based upon Redbird showing pressure.
And the noise down here. Keep in mind that is near where the ISU, on the ISU sideline where the band is, a lot of noise. Maybe there was a mix-up in the snap count.
Yeah, we just saw it on the big replay video board here, and he was still checking off, barking out his cadence, and the center snapped the football.
But, man, it's just, it's like nobody's like, who's going to take control of this situation here? Now the Redbirds can get themselves set up for maybe a game-winning touchdown to end this one.
Well, Miles Sandstead on to punt it away. Eddie Casper back in single safety at his own 20. Tied at 28. Fourth down and 28 for Montana State. Birds look like they're coming after it. Casper back in single safety. Good snap. Sandstead puts the right foot to it. A booming kick sends Casper backpedaling to his 12, and he's tripped up right there at the 11-yard line. With 12 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, Casper made the catch on a great punt by Miles Sandstead, and Illinois State's going to take over. First down and 10 from their own 12-yard line, tied at 28. Birds with a huge fourth quarter. 14 consecutive points as they trailed at 28-14 to tie this ball game up at 28, and we are just 12 seconds left from an extra session here in Nashville, Tennessee in the FCS National Championship game. So Tommy Rittenhouse breaks huddle for Illinois State with Victor Dawson in the backfield out of the pistol. Rittenhouse calls for the football, gets it, hands off. Victor Dawson bounces off right, and he gets smothered down at about the 13-yard line, and that's going to be the final play of regulation here tonight in Nashville. So 60 minutes do not decide a national championship. Here inside First Bank Stadium on the Vanderbilt University campus, we will play extra football as the Birds and the Bobcats are headed to overtime in this FCS national title game. Hey, Redbird fans, it doesn't matter if the team is home or away. It's always a good time to be wearing red. Head to redbirdspiritshop.com today with everything from tees and hats to hoodies and sweatpants. That's redbirdspiritshop.com. Timeout on the field. 4 quarters are in the books, and we will play overtime here in Nashville to decide a national champion. Our count on a McDonald's scoreboard. Illinois State and Montana State tied at 28 apiece. Back with the overtime after this timeout. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Illinois State Redbird football presented by Toyota on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Food, fuel, jobs, even our planet's future. It all starts right here with homegrown Illinois corn. From plant-based bioplastics and renewable fuel to fighting the effects of climate change, Illinois corn is at work in your backyard, and it's paving the way toward a more sustainable future. Learn more at watchusgrow.org/corn.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenient. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
Back here inside First Bank Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. 60 minutes of football, not enough to decide the FCS National Championship on this Monday night in January. As a packed house here on the Vanderbilt University campus has been treated to an outstanding championship football game. Birds trailed 14-0 and then 28-14 at the start of the fourth quarter. But the Birds, with 14 unanswered, have drawn even with the second-seeded Montana State Bobcats, and now are headed to overtime to decide an FCS national champion to cap the 2025 campaign. As we head back downstairs, Illinois Ford dealer Shiloh Report. Craig Birchie standing by. How's the noise level downstairs, Craig?
It's pretty loud, you know. They announced 24,105 in attendance today. And this is the largest crowd for an FCS championship game since 1996. And I'll tell you, it's been full throat the whole game. The Montana State contingent, which I would guess is probably 60% of the attendance, has just been constantly loud.
Let's head back down to James Brookhart, our lead official.
Choosing the coin toss. Again, heads and the tails. What's your call? Tails is the call.
Tails.
It's a head.
They'll take defense now.
You would think the wind's going to play a factor as well.
Offense. Montana State will be defending the north end. Good luck.
So Illinois State will have the first crack at it here in the overtime session tonight to decide an FCS national champion. The Birds and Montana State tied at 28 after 4 quarters of play, and Illinois State will go first down and 10 from the 25-yard line and look to take what would be their first lead of the night. Birds had an opportunity, attempted a field goal in the waning moments of that fourth quarter. It was blocked. And then Montana State unable, after recovering in Redbird territory on the scrum for the loose ball, unable to push it in. And now Illinois State offensively breaks huddle with Tommy Rittenhouse at the controls. Victor Dawson, the single back. He's got 126 yards rushing today. Twin wide receivers either side. Birds right to left in this overtime session. Victor Dawson's going to empty the backfield, setting up trips to the right. Rittenhouse back to pass, has time, throws over the middle, wide open. Sopkowitz makes the catch, turns upfield between the hashes, and gets knocked down inside the 10-yard line, down to the 9, and that's going to be a 15-yard pickup on first down. And move the chains. The Birds now first down and goal to go from the 10. And we're in the top of the first overtime session.
Good protection on the first one.
Sopkowitz, single receiver right. Ball between the hashes. Trips to the left to Tommy Rittenhouse, who works out of the pistol. Takes a snap, fakes a handoff, throws it out in the flat. Caught by Lord at the 10, at the 5. Into the nest. Touchdown, Illinois State. Dylan Lord's career night continues. His 14th reception and his second touchdown reception. And the second one tonight comes at the top of the first overtime to give Illinois State its first lead of the night. 34-28. Michael Cosentino on for the point after touchdown. Snap, spot, kick, and it's blocked. Montana State looking to return it. And it's Petrie who gets pulled down. And now penalty markers fly as Hayden Futch made the tackle.
Is he going too slow, John, or is there getting some leakage up front? Can maybe Craig?
I'm not sure it got enough height, to be honest with you, as that one never really stood a chance. I'm not sure it was a clean snap, but we'll have to take a look at the replay on that. Yeah. Petrie picked it up, got taken to the turf by Hayden Futch, and penalty markers down. So right now the Birds with a 6-point lead at 34-28.
Face mask, number 41, Illinois State. By rule, the penalty is declined. Montana State will not do their possession in the first overtime.
What did he say?
He said Montana State will not do their possession in the first overtime. I don't think that's going to be the case because Montana State needs to answer here. So the Birds a 6-point lead. And that could loom huge as Michael Cosentino's point after touchdown was blocked. Hayden Futch just tried to rifle down Petrie as the punter in the open field had to make a tackle, and he did so. So now Montana State's going to have their first crack at it here in the bottom of the first inning. Birds their first lead of the night, 34-28. So we head to the bottom of the first overtime. Justin Lampson brings Montana State onto the field. 16 of 24, 264 yards, and a touchdown. He's also run for 2. Julius Davis lines up, single back to the right. Lampson takes the snap, gives, straight ahead run. Davis moving, churning the legs, and he gets knocked down inside the 15-yard line down to the 14. It's a pickup of 11 for Julius Davis, and a first down for Montana State. They move the chains. So first down and 10 now for the Bobcats. From the 14-yard line on the bottom of the second overtime. Birds a 34-28 lead.
Well, they're not going to throw it because Illinois State's getting such good pressure. They're running the football.
Julius Davis, single back to the left-hand hip of Lampson. Claps for the football, gives Davis, trying to turn the corner right side, and he gets spun down to the play by Reese Edwards outside of the numbers, just shy of the 10-yard line. So a 3-yard pickup for Davis. They're actually going to give him a better spot to the 10. So a 5-yard pickup for Davis. So second down and a long 5 now for Montana State. They need to get to the 5 to get another first down. Birds a 34-28 lead.
Come on with a run blitz here.
Davis started in the pistol, now lines up to the right of Lampson, who takes a snap, hands off Davis, and whistles. Blow that play dead.
False start. Number 72.
And it's going to be a false start against
5-yard
Montana
penalty.
State, and that's been a real Achilles heel for Brent Vigen's ball club tonight. That's going to back him up 5 yards. That's going to set up 2nd down and 11, and the new line of scrimmage is going to be back at the 16-yard line. So 2nd down and 11 now for the Bobcats, who trail it by 6 here in the bottom of the first overtime.
Might have to throw now, get some pressure here.
Lamson's going to send trips open side left.
Dollar's the guy.
Chris Long in motion, left to right. They swing it out in the flat. It's caught by Jones out of the backfield, and an ankle tackle made by Shadwell Kuba at the 15-yard line.
2 plays.
That's going to bring up 3rd down and about 9. So it'll be a 5-yard pickup as they found Jones out of the backfield.
I wouldn't doubt to see the quarterback run here. Fake that sweep and then hand off, and then keep the ball himself off tackle.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. 3rd down and just about 10. Birds lead it by 6 here in the overtime. Lamson calls for the football, has it, pressure coming, throws over the middle, passes deflected away, incomplete, and it brings up 4th down. They tried a crossing route to Jabez Woods. He had traffic. Birds almost came up with an INT. It falls incomplete, and that brings up 4th down. And Brent Vigen's going to burn a timeout.
Montana State.
So Montana State is going to draw something up
30 seconds.
Well, the best
ahead of this 4th down and 10 in the overtime.
The best defense they've had is a 5-man pressure. They show an overload defense to the one side, then they jump back into a base defense and bring up one linebacker. They blitz 5, play man, but you keep a free safety in the hole. That's been their best defense, which that was right there, and almost got the pick out of it. You got to keep a guy in the middle.
So Dylan Lord opened the scoring here in the overtime session with his 2nd touchdown reception of the night to give Illinois State a 6-point lead. Michael Cosentino's point after touchdown was blocked. The Birds now defensively are 1 stop away from securing their first ever FCS national title. Montana State facing a 4th down and 10 in the bottom of the first overtime.
Going empty. First time all night.
Trips to the left, twin wide receivers, short side right.
Timeout, Illinois State.
And Illinois State on the empty set is going to burn their timeout here in this first overtime session.
You know what's coming, it's quarterback draw. So they got to call timeout. And
You've been saying that since the Youngstown State game.
And it's happened every time. Now you go back with your spy defense and you put at least one guy on him. I'd put both those inside linebackers on him. Both of them. If they come out in that same set.
So a bit of a cat and mouse game taking place here in the overtime. Illinois State, a 34-28 lead on 2nd-seeded Montana State.
2 great football teams playing a great football game.
The Birds, a magical postseason run. Now 1 stop away from securing their first ever national championship. Now they put Adam Jones in the backfield to the right-hand side of Lamson, who takes a chest-high snap on 4th down, lobbing to the end zone, wide open, Taco Dollar, touchdown, Montana State. And the Bobcats are a point after touchdown away from winning the national championship.
Well, they went with 6 instead of 5, and they made a mistake. That's 0 coverage. That's all one-on-one. The best thing they did was that same alignment they did, but they would only come with 1, and you got an extra defensive back.
So we're tied at 34. A PAT to decide the national title in the bottom of the first overtime. Miles Sandstead on for the point after touchdown. Colby Froker the hold, snap, spot, kick is up, has the leg, and the kick is good, and Montana State in overtime has defeated Illinois State 35-34, and the Bobcats are the FCS national champions, and the Illinois State Redbirds' magical run to Nashville comes to an abrupt end in overtime as Brock Spack is turned away for the 2nd time in the national title game. Illinois State falls to 12-5 to end the campaign. Montana State at 14-2 takes home the school's second FCS national title in one heck of a college football game here in prime time in Nashville, Tennessee. And Illinois State's going to walk off this field with their heads high, but heartbroken tonight in a 35-34 loss to the second-seeded Bobcats.